Okay, now we're
I'm putting
live.
this in Socratic Circle.
Hello.
Oh.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Sorry for the Sorry for
Oh,
the
shit.
Sorry for
Oh,
the
shit.
no.
What?
Sorry.
What?
Forgot that the audio was still up at Twitch. This is fine. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for the unintended hiatus for the past week or so of all the different games and whatnot, because unfortunately I got sick. Long story short, allergies.
Oh, dear.
Really bad allergies. It was awful.
How dare you be human?
Gosh,
I
and
mean-
on top of all of it, we're 4 minutes late. I can't believe this.
How dare you?
Shut up, Mono. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Whatever. I'm not gonna take this slander. Anyway. But yeah.
I'll slander you all I like.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just add an extra 0 to this boss's hit points. Have fun with that.
Alright, do it. I dare you.
As much as I joke about doing that every time, I don't know 100% if I ever actually will.
Mono,
Because
you're
I'm
gonna
not-
get me killed.
No, I'll die first before anyone else.
No, I'm pretty sure I'll absorb the hit before I even get to do shit.
Hey, wait, Gal's not the tank. Farron's the tank.
Yep.
Yeah, Farron did end up taking a bit of a pounding last time, and not in the fun way.
They didn't even ask. Poof.
Indeed.
It was non-consensual.
The worst
Alright.
kind.
Anyway, so, I suppose unless anyone has any other wrapping up remarks before we get into playing the game, because we're already 5 minutes over.
Frogs fall, Farron died.
He didn't die. Well, he nearly did, but he didn't. But we'll get into it.
Nearly.
Hyperbole.
Yeah. Before we get into that, I suppose I have one question to ask, which I haven't had really the chance to say all week. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
Houses and himbos.
So, what happened last time when we left our heroes?
I already said frogs fall, Farron die.
We were in the middle of we started in the middle of combat.
Mm-hmm.
And Farron was still in the thing. We ended up taking some hits. Eventually, Farron got vomited out. After I kept on dealing radiant damage to it, I realized that Dasher could actually deal the draconic element types that he's assigned to through his actual unarmed strikes, which is something I completely forgot about until last session.
Because Dragon Monk.
And then Dasher basically super dragon fisted the frog to death,
Aaron got some dope ass scales.
boring all the way through it.
I got some bile.
And I swam across the river and gave a bird back to the river.
And I
For the
almost
Feywild.
drowned.
Skip over the serpent dragon looking thing.
Yeah, I got
Yep.
to ride it. It was cool.
Oh, yeah, they got to ride it. I had to use Draconic Presence to ask for my friends back.
I just wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
It did not like Kumal at all.
Yes,
Fuck
it
that
did
thing.
not.
Or Kumal.
And then after which, we had a bit of a conversation with our axolotl friend.
Sorry, you guys keep talking. I just realized my window was still open, so all of chat would have heard the frickin' motorcycle or whatever the hell that was go by.
Anyways, we eventually discovered that our axolotl friend could just have a house here instead of at the Ocean, like we were originally planning.
Mud Hut! Bigger on the
After
inside.
yes, it also may or may not be bigger on the inside, or it might be just a trick of the light.
It's Narnia.
No,
Oh.
that means there's a
That
means there's a multiverse, because Narnia is not a Feywild. Anyways, Mono decided to ask our Oxalil friend questions about his curse. It was then discovered that we now know more details about Gal's curse, and we also found out that our friend is allegedly a trained surgeon.
A professional surgeon.
I am a certified medical surgeon.
I don't know how I feel about that.
We do not. There is no proof of this, as he does not have his degree on him, apparently.
What's a degree?
What's the degree?
Exactly.
Where's your scalpel, buddy?
We ended the session with us basically just having a housewarming party after all the questions were asked.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think Gal's still on the fucking table.
Yes, he's
Oh,
still
yes,
on
and
the,
also
he's
Gal
still on the
is-
quote-unquote operating table that is also made of mud.
I don't think Plorp ever finished explaining things.
Indeed. So, in that case, is there any last-minute things or anything else that people, the rest of the party recalls that it feels important to note? Or they feel we covered everything?
Have we?
Um,
Have you?
I hate turtles.
Okay.
Why would you say that? It's Plorp. Oh yeah.
Cats forever strong.
That's an
Pretty sure
inside
we'll-
joke we don't have time to explain right now. But nonetheless,
All you
I
need to know is our team name is the Hags.
indeed,
HAGSS.
that is what they decide amongst themselves, yes. But nonetheless, I suppose at this point, considering the recap, not presume.
Most
I
importantly,
suppose,
we got another piece of the corrupted shard and we fused it to the original one.
That is the one
Indeed.
thing I forgot. Yes,
Yeah.
In your washer.
I was
In
too
your
distracted by the social things that happened.
Fair. That was the one last piece I was looking for the recap. So, I suppose in that case, looking at who is going to be getting inspiration, or to whom the fates shall look kindly upon this session.
Please
First roll.
bless me.
So the first one is a 1, so that's Farron getting a point of inspiration.
Oh, thank God.
As well as that's 6 for your roll. And a 3, so Kumal.
Faith has forsaken me.
Man.
Well, unfortunately, apparently the reception ain't so great out here.
Well, apparently not. If they sent a whole ass bird.
I don't know. Anyway. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to say. But anyways,
Send birds. Send what? Send birds. I need more beds.
alrighty then. So, if I can actually find where the fuck I put my music.
I don't know. Where did you
Wait.
put your music?
We had a short rest. That means I refilled my key. Did I refill my monk breaths? I need to look that up.
You refilled your soul.
I was gonna say I don't remember if key points regenerate on the short rest.
Key points refresh on a short or long rest, so long as you meditate for half of that rest. Sorry, so long as you meditate for half an hour.
Man, I haven't had to pull out Poshes in a hot minute. I need to check something.
So yeah, no, I would have meditated, but it would also Dasher would have been feeling a little bit fidgety.
Fair enough. So, as Gal is currently laid out, because unfortunately I don't have a map for this, at least not yet, of Plorp's mud hut, of which it's basically like it basically looks like a mud castle on the exterior that's like maybe like a 5x5 like cube, and then there's a doorway which leads down a stairwell into like a 20x20 foot like open room, just in the mud and in the dirt and in the dirt and water.
And Glurp is not allowed.
Plorp is not allowed what?
Glorp.
Glurp is not allowed.
Oh, Glurp, yes, Glurp, my apologies. Yes, Glurp is...
The arch nemesis.
Yeah, Glurp is not allowed in here, unfortunately.
He's the BBEG.
Indeed. But yes, as Plorp looks down currently looking over Gal, and like pulling out various like you think is meant to be medical equipment, but it seems to be made of stuff like acorn hats, like acorn tops, and like sticks, and like other things like putting basically like an acorn top on like a string as like the stethoscope on over the body. Yep.
Gal's regretting life choices.
Yep, he's indeed. He has lost his heart. Well, he's broken his heart. Or it's been stolen. Or both.
No, I can't really remember. I remember the heart theft part. I remember that very clearly.
Right.
Are
yes,
you
yes,
sure?
yes.
Are you sure that you're certified for humanoids?
Yes? What do you take me for, a sham?
I'm sorry, that was like a slight hesitation. I was like,
A little bit.
yes.
What are you talking
Also, it's
about?
Also,
I've worked with
also
animals all the time.
I'm not an animal.
You're made of meat, aren't you?
I know, honestly, I don't know anymore.
At least, wait, hang on. Let me double check. As he just like pulls out like a stick and just pokes you, pokes you in like the side.
also, it's a long rest that my monk dragon breath recuperates,
Gotcha.
but I can still meditate in a short rest.
Yeah. So, in order, we're going to need to find you two things. First and foremost, we're gonna need to get you a new heart.
Alright.
And second of all, in order to break the curse, we're gonna have to teach you how to love again.
Alright.
Now,
Audible blank.
does this have to be a humanoid heart?
I mean, technically, not really.
What's
But
the
then we
most
don't-
powerful creature we can find within a 100-mile radius?
No.
I don't know. I
You
don't
are
know how
not-
much I feel about us killing and stealing the heart of something if we can
It
help
wouldn't
it.
be stealing, it'd be a forceful donation.
That.
That-
I feel like you're
Blinks
saying. I feel like you're
even
saying
harder.
big words in different ways to confuse me.
Couldn't we just, like, hunt down a boar instead?
I'm not going to settle for some random boar. It's beneath me.
I'll have. I don't know how
I-
much I'm able to contact my friends back home. At least not easily. Well, maybe. I'll have to figure that part out. I'll have to see if we could find something we can use as a heart. Or if they might need to trade something in exchange.
Not giving my shoes.
Out of
I
curiosity,
wouldn't ask
how
for
much?
that one yet. There are other options. Maybe a glove.
I have spares.
No. It's gotta be like a really good glove, like one you wear all the time.
Like I said, I have multiple pairs.
Plorp just face palms. We'll talk about it later. But nonetheless,
Oh,
you are
can't,
not.
you
You are.
can't wear
you-
the same gloves all the time. You have to swap them out. Get dirty.
Depends. But either way, I can at least confirm that this person is indeed not currently dying.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay,
Thanks, genius.
now to the damaging part. How much do we owe you for this consultation?
I don't know.
What's a consultation?
Roll with it. Roll with it.
No.
Thank
no,
God.
No.
That
No, it's not. I'm already paying you guys. I already gave you the egg.
Asher just sighs. A breath of relief.
But nonetheless, I shall see if I can make contact with them at some point in the near future. But for now, Plorp just basically gets off of the mud footstool he was standing up on to get on the bed.
So, do we have any containers that we might be able to hold any spare hearts we come across in the near future?
I have a pool over here. He just gestures over to the pond.
I don't think that's... But what if we're a few days away?
Ah, that's the tricky part.
Always is.
Making a medicine check.
For heart preservation.
To see
I was
if
about to say,
to see if Dasher realizes you could just put that shit on ice and it'll be fine for like 24 hours. 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of course, it depends on the time frame of getting the heart, but like,
So we could probably just put it on ice and it should be good for like a day or two.
but I thought ice wasn't coming for a couple months.
Gumal can make ice.
So,
Can.
the next time we fight someone, don't aim for the chest. Got it.
Yeah, you don't aim to kill. If you can
What?
help it.
Now that sounds backwards.
Enemies are just friends that you haven't met yet. is that
That's
strangers?
entirely incorrect.
Looks towards the axe a little. Looks towards Farron. Looks towards the axe a little.
What?
I don't...
You do realize
He's not
that
wrong.
you are about to die. Turns towards Farron.
What? Why? What's happening?
He was eaten alive.
Oh no! Wait, hang on. I can also do an examination. Get on the table. As he just points over to where Gal is currently laying.
He's no longer he got out, but
Yeah, but I want to make sure it didn't hurt his feelings.
yeah. Dasher just face palms and twitches a tiny bit.
Yeah, I was gonna...
You know those scenes and sometimes in cartoons where the character turns completely gray and they have like the blue lines?
Yeah.
That's Farron right now. That's Farron right now.
Yeah, it's just Farron's looking at this whole situation like, what the fuck? Yeah, Typhoon's
Go
just vibing
behind-
in the corner. They're just coiled up next to basically next to Lily Pad, the other like axolotl-esque creature with like aquatic plants growing out of their gills.
Dasher leaves the hut.
I was also going to exit.
Okay, see
Good
you
luck
guys
there,
later.
friend. Good luck, lad.
So, is anyone
And
else?
Sure
we
is
left
going-
Aaron all alone.
I was gonna say, is anyone doing anything? Is anyone else doing anything last minute before leaving Plorp's mud hut?
Dasher is pacing back and forth.
Fair enough.
Alright, so where do we want to go now?
Well, this is goodbye for now, Florp. Some of us may visit in some time. We don't know. We'll tell you when we can.
Okay.
Should we get going?
This is is this during the morning or noon?
Good question, actually.
I assume it's
I-
still somewhat morning.
Yeah, I think at this point it's getting towards, like, what, like, maybe 11 o'clock?
Well, enjoy the rest of your noon.
By the way, is it the 22nd or the
Thank you.
23rd? I can't remember which.
I think it's the 23rd? I could probably check. I could probably check VODs later at some point to figure that out, but, like...
Hold up, let me check my notes to see what I have.
Lorp,
I have it at the 22nd.
It is the 22nd? Okay,
Look.
yeah, good. Yes?
are you going to be okay out here?
I'll be fine.
Will you come reach us if you need any help with anything?
He nods vigorously.
Good.
I was gonna walk up behind Kumal. He's gonna, like, put his head a little bit over his shoulders and be like, you know, I saw a pretty lady over there.
Really?
Yeah, she was made of wood.
Wood.
Or plant shit.
What do I know about dryads?
What's a dryad?
Exactly. Alright. It's weird. I want to know more.
Yeah. I'll say roll for me an Arcana check, I suppose.
And I roll what?
For Gal, it'd be at disadvantage.
That's understandable.
15.
That's a 3!
For Gal, some kind of tree person, I guess. I don't know what the fuck's going on in here.
Plant people.
Kumal, I mean, you've heard of plenty of different weird, like, cryptid stories of like, all the weird shit that people have, supposedly seen, out here on the frontier, close to the Kriok River and whatnot. Seeing a person that's supposedly also either a tree or made of tree isn't really that unlikely, considering all the other weird shit you've heard. Yeah. I mean, you've heard like one or two, at least from what little records that are on this stuff compared to just like basically just cryptid sightings. There, as per usual, isn't a lot of information, and like basically just the case is like, oh, that may or may not correlate with something in one of these records. I don't know, like.
Not the weirdest thing I've heard of before. Still interesting.
I'm going to head back to the center.
Oh, that
If you guys
sounds-
need me, that's where I'll be.
Sounds like I'm gonna go check on Ovi real quick, and then I'll head over.
Kumal would just be staring at the other side of the river for another like 5 or 10 minutes and eventually make his way back.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, damn it. I mean, yay.
10.
Russell.
It's peaceful. Quiet.
So close, yet so far.
So,
Get across.
I suppose we'll actually go over to Gal first, unless is the rest of the party going one direction or the other?
Since it's still noon, we still have a lot. The 2 weeks haven't passed by, right? Or has it?
No, yeah, the 2 weeks have passed. This is long after the time skip.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, we're just in the beginnings of the 3rd week.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Wait, hold up.
Spellwood. That's.
Wait, hold up, because we started on the 12th, and then we took 2 weeks. We had
So
like, what, 26? 27?
Well, yeah, because I know you guys wanted to do like longer, but it basically got cut short.
Yeah, no, but we...
We were
Oh,
interacting with Plorp a lot.
Yeah,
No,
I
because
believe.
I remember
Oh, yeah, that-
we started the break on the 12th. Then 2 weeks had passed, and then the interviews, and the fight, and then the next day, which is now we're here.
I believe I vaguely recall it wasn't exactly 2 weeks. It was like basically 2 like work weeks, quote unquote.
Okay.
So like basically things started coming back around the 21st or 22nd or so, and now we're here.
Okay.
So like. So yeah, we're still on timeline. We're still good.
Okay.
Yeah. Nonetheless. Shit, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. So Farron, you're heading basically with Gal into back into the Spellwood Grove, with where Gal's trying to deal with Avi.
Back into, we never fucking left.
Well, you got up to the edge of the river, which is technically like outside of the Spellwood Grove. Whatever.
I mean, perception-wise, looking over at the not just the Spellwood Grove, but also knowing that the Faith Forest is right across the river, and we're just that close. So I think like Gal having to be at the edge and also being able to come back, also provides if he does like the perception checks around there as well, because that's also very useful. I just really need the Spellwood Grove though, or the Spellwood. For us and everybody, really.
Yeah. The most I'll say for the sake of this is that any attempts at trying to get like graft saplings and stuff like that has mostly been spent. You're getting dead ends. You may or may not have to basically get like a seed or something along those lines to plant, whether it be like in the spring or whatever.
So there's no like yeah. How do I even explain saplings? But since I already made the checks,
I understand what you mean, but nonetheless, basically any attempts that you've done so far have gotten,
so
little to no results.
My only option is to pay somebody.
Yeah.
Or to plant it.
Or to basically chop one of these suckers down for wood, or whatever the situation might be to get, at least some of this material. If not, plant something.
If that's the end of the case, then Farron wouldn't really be able to go to the Spellwood Grove. He would probably just be planning how to somebody to like just so we could just. I think he would probably look for a place to put the garden more likely then.
Okay, yeah. Well, in that case, we'll say you're just heading back. Yeah. In that case, we'll just say you're heading back to the Adventurers Center. In that case, then, Dasher, you also heading back to the Adventurers Center? Or are you heading elsewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, suppose in that case, we'll just head on over to Gal real quick with Avi. As you make your way over to where his usual nest is. You do see at this point of the day it's currently empty, though you can see, like, after a quick look around, you know where to look for him. Up in the skies. He is kind of, like, circling, sort of over the fields currently, looking like he's hunting. Hello? Mono?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, if he's still out there, he's just gonna head back.
Okay. Was in that case. So in that case, Nox, actually, as you're the first one making your way up to the door, you actually do hear some, like, as you're making your way up to the door, you can actually hear, like, some arguing going on inside. As you're about to go to open the door, sounds like two women. Sounds like they're currently having some type of argument.
Do I recognize the voices to be the two Dragonborn, or are they the two visitors?
Roll perception. Natural 20. You actually very quickly recognize both of these voices to actually be the voices of both Tiala and Elenia.
Sister battle.
Mm-hmm. And both of them currently seem to be... you can't make out every single detail, though there seems to be some aspect of, like... Tiala is basically something akin to, like... What are you talking about? You have to be hiding something. I'm your sister. Why are you hiding this from me? Why are you doing this? And like as basically Elena keeps saying, like, I'm not lying with you. I'm being honest. This is how I'm feeling. And it just keeps going back and forth.
I will knock on the door before I come in.
Okay. And as you knock on the door, like they actually. Yeah, and after a moment, both of them kind of, the voice is kind of quiet before you hear footsteps basically coming up to the door pretty aggressively as Tiala just opens the door and basically just sidesteps past you, just, out of my way, I'm leaving.
Yala, good to see you again.
She doesn't even acknowledge you, she just keeps walking.
Bye. I'm suddenly very grateful of the fact that I don't have siblings. Elenia, you're right.
Yeah, you look over to Elenia inside, and she currently just has like her head and her hands on the table, just like, ugh.
What did she do? Do I need to stop her?
No, she just... Fuck.
What happened?
Long story short, she, like, she also currently has, like, a book, currently, basically, in her hands, like, that she was kind of leaning over, and she gotta, like, close that and set it to the side for a moment. She, apparently, doesn't believe that I'm in love.
Oh? Sweat. 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 Thank God I'm already river wet.
Yeah. I revealed the news to her, and she didn't take it well. Long story short.
I see. She wasn't in any way happy for you? In any way, like... Do you think she's just concerned?
She just didn't believe me. She thought I was hiding something from her. I don't...
Quick question. Has she ever been in love?
She kind of just sits there pondering, like...
Exactly. What? Don't worry about it. She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. You're fine.
I suppose, but, like, she's...
It's very likely she just doesn't understand. I'm sorry.
But she's my sister. I grew up with her. I'm surprised she would just turn on a dime like that.
There might be something else going on that you guys need to talk about later. Sounds like she has something on her mind.
Maybe? I don't... but that's something for later. I don't want to burden you with my family troubles. Speaking of family, I suppose, I did manage to do a bit of digging with Tiala's help, as begrudging as it was, looking through some archives. And I did manage to get some material on your family. At least what is believed, presumably, to be your family.
I had a feeling this was coming. Okay, give it to me straight.
Alright, so...
I've got my eyes closed and I'm like hiding my face.
Do you want to sit down, or do we want to go to your room for this, or...
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that'd probably be good. Because you're probably gonna want to sit down.
Oh, fuck, it's one of those situations. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, okay, let's go. She just, she, even at this point, she's, like, kind of putting an arm over your shoulder, like, come on, let's go. Up the stairs.
Alright.
So, in that case, at this point now, as by the time both Nox and Alenia go up the stairs, what is Dasher and the rest of the party doing, basically, as they come and make their way in?
That include me, or am I behind them?
You'd be a bit behind them, but still.
Okay. Oh, so what I have seen Tiala leaving.
Actually, you guys would. As she seems to be like basically power walking, like storming her way down the pathway down the hill.
I would have flagged her down.
As you flag her down,
oh,
she looks at you like you spit in her sandwich, like just what?
Well, it's about the surprise.
What's it? Oh, right. What is
Not-
it? What? Speak your mind.
Well, it turns out that our little recipient has a little friend in their room tonight.
Oh? She cocks an eyebrow.
I think it's the perfect chance.
Well, honestly, I don't know if I have the time or energy to keep up with this, but I can. If you want to continue with this, I can give you the command word to do as you wish with it. Just give it back after you're done.
Well, if it's any consolation, I hope your day goes better.
Thank you, I suppose, and to you as well. As she just like she basically just like scribbles down the command words on a piece of paper, which looks to be something in Elvish, and she just hands it to you as she just continues walking on.
Alright, can I read it?
Sure.
What does it say?
Long story short, it is the Elven word for daffodil.
Delightful. Alright, then he's gonna catch up with everyone else.
Okay. So, anything else that Kumal, Farron, or Dasher are doing?
Dasher was actually going to be carrying it, if it's all right with Farron. He was going to be carrying the frog dragon scale skin.
Yeah, the pile of yeah, basically it would be dragon toad hide if we want to get technical, or dragon toad
hide
scales.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to
How many we're using?
I was going to take 3, if that was all right.
There's only
Jesus.
3.
Oh, there's only 3? I thought there was more than that. I'm sorry.
Well, it's 3. There's 3
6.
units
3
of dragon
Jesus, that's
scales.
half.
Yeah,
Oh.
one unit's worth of scales is enough to make either a single weapon or a single piece of armor, whether it be like a helmet, chest plate.
So would this be a
whatever.
single gauntlet?
You'd probably be able to make a pair of gauntlets with a single unit.
Okay, I would take
scales.
2 then.
Well, no.
Are you
It would
trying
be
to
one
make
unit.
Mickey-
It would be 1 unit for 2 gauntlets.
Okay, I will take 2 then. Yeah, no, I'm going to take 2.
Just 2?
Just 2.
Alright. I will give
Okay,
you
alright.
2 then. I now have 4.
And Dasher is going to go straight to his room,
Okay.
and he is going to start putting the hide. He's going to start treating the hide with his leatherworking tools.
I was about to ask if you have proficiency in workers tools, and you do.
I do have proficiency.
Now, are
So
you
he's-
crafting something in particular with this right now, or?
So I figured it would take a few days to craft. What I'm basically doing is I'm treating the leather so that I could work on it later.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'll say
that
for
the
the,
sk-
I'll
so
just say for
that-
the sake of. Oh, no, sorry. You go first.
So that it doesn't. So that the skin does not rot away before I can actually make something with it.
Okay, sure. In that case, yeah, you set out the pile of dragon toad leather. It's almost like it's almost like slightly stretchy, like it's slightly rubbery.
Right.
It's almost basically like scale mail on top of rubber is the weirdest way I can describe it, as you just kind of like set it down on the table, and you pull out your leather working tools and your chemicals and stuff to start treating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the sake of this, we'll basically save any sort of crafting check for after the item is quote-unquote completed. So
Okay.
nonetheless, you're basically just spending your time now just working towards, prepping the material.
All right. Yeah. The 2 items I'm eventually going to make, one is going to be a pair of either gauntlets or bracelets that I can wear, that Dasher can wear. The other item is going to be a circlet.
So basically some type of like headdress using it.
Yes,
Interesting.
and
Okay.
Dasher is going to because this is actually kind of useful because
There we go.
we've discussed this. Gem dragons do this all the time. He's going to use some of his own scales to make a. When we actually get around to this, he's going to make a. He's going to basically make a moth motif using some of his scales on the circlet.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we can
Can you
talk about the
repeat that? I
details
didn't
about
get that.
I'm going to be making a moth motif with some of my scales
Ah,
for the
that's
circlet,
sick.
for like the headdress.
for the circlet.
That's cool. Yeah, we can talk about the details about that later if you want to make a particular item, whether it be magical or otherwise.
I won't be able to actually truly make it until I'm level 4 when I actually have access to Dream.
Ah, touche. Fair enough. All right. So, was in that case, as Dasher starts to get to work in their room, making their way down the hall and into getting ready to do their work. Kumal and Farron, anything you folks are doing as everyone just kind of like walks past the dining hall? Your guys' barkeep, the halfling gentleman is currently just cleaning one of the glasses and seems to be like just acting busy, but like there isn't really much to do right now because there's not a whole lot of customers. Like there's like maybe like
Forgetting he's not a dwarf.
yeah, no, he's a halfling, which is half dwarves in my setting, but nonetheless.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah. And like there's maybe like 1 or 2 people in here that seem like slightly relieved now that both Tiala and Lenia are gone and stopped arguing. They're like, okay, finally get back to our meal. Things are currently, business seems to be pretty quiet, at least today. Not as much people, at least at this time in the afternoon. But nonetheless.
Kumal's just moping
yeah.
at
And
the nearest corner of the bar.
What are you doing in the corner of the bar, sorry?
Moping.
Touche. So as for your question for Farron, how does he obtain quartz and copper wire? Yeah, that's for copper wire and stuff like that. You'd probably have to order it from Tiala, basically, or get it ordered by Tiala for the sake of everything. And unfortunately, she just left. So.
All right, so I have to wait till next day. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Or you could take the
I'll
2
just
hours
spend
to
my
walk
time
over
prepping
there.
Spells.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just prep my spells, and when she's ready to hear my order for, like, I need to grab some things.
Okay. So.
And is it fine if I could just say the spells without having to constantly go to my sheet and constantly clicking on spells? Since I'll be prepping. Unless, I don't know if there's gonna be combat, that's why I'm asking. I don't know.
Right. I was gonna say you can only really change over your spells once you've done a long rest. So yeah, you basically have to wait until after you've taken a long rest to actually change around the spells and whatnot.
Or when Tiala's calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
I do need to ask for that order.
Nonetheless. So then going back over to Nox as Alenia just basically sits down in like at the desk chair and just kind of gestures to you like, do you want to sit on the beds or?
Yep, just tell me. Just tell me.
Okay. All right. So, We'll start with some of the lighter things first. Propping ourselves
Nope,
into
just all at once. All at once, like a band-aid. Go.
it. Okay. Well, at least not all of it is. We'll get into it. So first off, of course, my confirmation was fairly correct that this was indeed the. Also pull it to go a note quickly. This was indeed the Yesadark family. They are quite known.
Spell.
And
Spell it. Can you spell it?
oh, yes. Uno momento. I will spell it in roll.
You don't want to see how I'm gonna butcher this in my notes.
Yeah, Yesadark.
Oh.
Yeah, House Yesadark. They are indeed a count family. At least for a period of time. Oh yeah, actually, no, yes, they're still a count family. They're known quite well for their enchantments, specifically in wood carving for like furniture and also musical instruments. Apparently, the previous head of the house, who was presumably your mother, based off of findings, was actually the younger sister of the family, one by the name of Nephine. Which I'll also spell that.
Oh.
That is one. Nephine Yesadark. Turns out her older sister Elra, which I'll also spell that.
Thank you.
Her older sister Elra actually married into a dwarven family in Ushengvagush. And long story short, basically revoked her status for getting the inheritance. Eventually, Nephine ended up marrying a human man after she had basically gotten the inheritance from her mother. That was one Devon? Does that name ring a bell to you?
Yes.
Apparently he was also lovingly referred to as Winter.
Yep.
Okay. So, the last records that we have of them is that they actually did end up buying a private manor, or private property in Oak Beacon to build a second private manor compared to the main one. Which, based off of the description, the main one seemed to be the one you were born in. Though that building has since burned down. And, well, the land that building currently was on, has since also been bought by someone else. A sun elf by the name of one Calwyn Karen-Suarez, which is another name I will spell for you.
Thank you.
That's unfortunate. Though from what information I could gather, there is records of them having a child. Though the name listed here is Ninguis.
Of course it is. Of course.
And based also off of the findings, there were also plans for a second child on the way. Though I haven't found any records on them ever being born. Because unfortunately...
Is there a date on when the house was destroyed, by chance?
I'm trying to remember the date offhand. It was... based off of everything that you've told, I think you would have been about 6 months at the time?
That tracks.
At least that's when... supposedly recorded in the paperwork, both Nephine, Devon, and Ninguis all disappeared. They're not listed as killed, but disappeared. Or at least missing in action.
Sounds accurate.
And then afterwards, the Yesadark family is now currently being headed by I believe it would be your aunt. Admittedly distant, a bit more distant relative. Basically was kind of dropped onto her plate, so that she didn't really have much connection with the family otherwise.
Lenia, can I ask, has your sister seen most of these records?
She's the one who helped me get the book.
I see. May I also ask who you requested the book from?
It was down the it was, long story short, down the grapevine of going through several people to actually get what public records there were on this. Basically through what libraries our house has jurisdiction over having access to. In terms of tracking
they
lines
know
of
that-
inheritance.
They know that your family requested this information. Oh no.
Indeed. Though,
Everything you just told me, I'm gonna need you to try your very hardest to forget. And does she have this written down on notes, I assume?
yeah, she basically has like the book out in front of her and also notes.
May I have your notes?
Oh, okay. She slides the note over.
Put them in a candle.
Okay, yeah. As you just you basically just kind of crumple it up and toss it. You have multiple candles in the room. As you just
The
let it
ones
kind
that
of-
haven't been eaten by Navenna yet.
Yes. And you just kind of let it catch on like a corner as the paper slowly starts to glow into a fiery orange of embers and basically slowly you start to turn to just cinders and smoke. Nox, are you okay?
Suppose if anybody wants to find me now, they know where to start looking. However, I'm concerned that, based on what you've told me, now your family's in trouble.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think this would cause too much backlash.
If anybody's watching, for any reason, if those records are pulled, they'll look for who pulled them.
Well, at least all of the information that we have was relatively public, and no one really bats an eye. At least in terms of us getting this at least getting the book and everything. It isn't that uncommon to look up neighboring family houses' history and whatnot for the sake of business agreements and marriages and other such things.
Understandable.
So
I appreciate you looking at this for me.
something seems off about this, though. Something doesn't seem to be adding up.
There's a lot that doesn't add up in regards to my mother's side of the family.
Because all of the names here, your mother, and your father are all described as just missing, MIA, missing in action, in a manner of speaking. No signs of death, no signs of autopsies, no signs of any bodies. I mean, I presume your father, of course, both you and your father got out alive. Unless you were resurrected for one reason or another and I didn't know about it.
Both of my eyes are the same color, correct?
They are.
As far as I know, no. Both of my fathers were as well, is that correct, Nature?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Amelia just kind of perks up. You said you first found all of this from a dream, right?
Something of the sorts. Memory,
Well.
more so.
Well, I'm not saying what you need to do. This is, your decision, your choice. But I suppose if I were to look for any more leads, that's been giving information so far.
No. This is more than enough, and I appreciate what you've done. To be honest, As always, there are more questions than answers in every situation. And in this situation, many of these answers I don't want to know.
Yeah. Amelia's brow just kind of furrows, like, taking in the information, and as she just kind of, like, you know, picks up the book again, just kind of looking through it. I understand. And I'm sorry.
You have no reason to apologize to me. However, next time you see your sister, I would appreciate it if you also let her know that this is in confidence. I don't want
Indeed.
anyone else to know.
That is fair. I'll talk with her about it. I don't think she would do anything so heinous with this, but I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her. But do you want to be alone, or do you want to talk, or?
I think I just need some time to think on this.
Sorry, I realize this seems to be a bit of a tonal shift, but this keeps coming up in my mind. What do you use to dye your hair?
I don't.
You don't?
It stays this way. I assume it's mother's lineage. But then again, father had white hair too, so it could be either way. Are you saying you do?
I was about to say yes, I do indeed dye my hair this color. Like she's just showing you her own silver hair. Like that.
Is it
Do
like
you
a moon
know-
elf fad thing? Is that like normal? I don't know many
much-
moon elves, so
That would explain a few things. Does the word Philanadel mean anything to you?
absolutely not. Does it mean anything to me?
History check?
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, all you know is that it is incredibly elvish, and you avoided that like the plague, so...
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any kind of significance here?
Alright, I might have to ask you to sit down again.
Still standing, not sitting.
But for this...
Do you not see that I'm soaked? I mean, I'm slightly dried off by now,
Oh,
but
right.
still, I don't.
Oh, I'm so sorry. She just likes looking through things. Actually, can she prestidigitate? Let me double check.
She casts Gust. Hard wind drive.
Hell yeah! I would love that.
The fucking avatar, like.
Mind if I cut in? I need to say something.
Oh, sure.
cool
Yeah,
more.
we could. Yeah, after Jason says like, you should probably sit down again. Gal, what are you doing over on your end of the neck of the woods?
Tap Kumal on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm sorry for the way I acted earlier. I might have overreacted a bit.
Oh no, you're fine. I get it.
Well, hey, at least we're somewhere.
That we are. Just try to think things through a bit more.
Look at who
Big
you're
ass
talking
man.
to.
I know.
Hmm.
Worth a shot.
Well, hey, at least most things tend to work out for me, some way or another. I guess I'm just lucky in that way. But I guess luck does come to an end for some people. Let's just hope I still got some left in me.
Ain't that the truth?
And I should probably go off and put the child to bed. The poor injured baby.
Yeah, at this point, Typhoon just picks up. I wasn't hurt at all during that fight.
I was gonna give the bullshit you weren't.
Go on,
I wasn't!
baby.
I'm fine! Don't touch me! She's just like, as he couldn't pick up, she just like, I could take care of myself.
The tough girl act doesn't work. Go on.
Hush! You saw nothing.
Oh, really? Because I saw everything.
No, you did not.
Look at who you're talking to and say that. Look at who you're talking to and say that again.
Slander. I will not take any of this. I was more of that. It's taking her up the stairs.
Who you're talking to and say I didn't see anything ever again. Show you, child.
Yeah, you just drag her into your room.
Yeah, she stays in Knox's room now. So
Oh right, yeah. So yeah, you do you knock or do you just make your way in?
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
Okay. So yeah, in the middle of I was gonna say in the middle of Alinea like prestidigitating Nox clean, like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I wasn't even paying attention, and there's just a big like flash of purple smoke as you know, all of the you're soaked, you know, kind of moisture and mud in your fabric.
Gal is also still soaking wet.
Dasher's door is ajar, by the way.
Okay.
Thought that should be made clear.
Noted. But yeah, as there's just the knock on the door, Elenia turns up like, oh, should I get that?
Special delivery.
What do you want, gal?
I'm here to drop off a delivery.
What is it?
It's a whiny child.
Oh, Typhoon, come in.
Wait,
Gonna open the door.
Yeah, he opened it. Like she all of a sudden like Elenia was like, are you okay with her being in here when we're talking about this? Or
If there's anyone in this party that I trust, sadly enough, that's the only one about right there.
oh, my condolences. as Gal just pulls.
Oh, no condolences. Trust me. Typhoon, you can come in. Gal, go away.
All right. Yeah, go. Scram. Phony, liar, fool.
At
dumbass.
some point later, I do need to tell you something. Just grab me when you're ready. Walk away and close the door behind him.
Yeah, you better run. Typhoon just slithers her way over to.
Do I hear that?
Perception check.
I mean, you closed the door.
It's a soundproofed room, but nonetheless, perception.
17.
Yeah, you better run.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh no!
Well, I immediately go for the door, and I'm leaning on it, and I say, "Gal, go away."
You're safe this time, kiddo.
That's why she's staying here. Sorry, Typhoon.
It's fine.
You're coming into a bit of a interesting conversation. Alinea, what were you saying?
Yes. Yes, it was about Philanidel. So this is, to be fair, most of what I know is from legends, granted, rather than any proper sources, considering there is very little information.
Typhoon, does this name ring a bell to you by any chance? You're the other scholar other than Kumul.
Let me have her roll. Typhoon just kind of shrugs with her wings. As much as Father taught me Elvish, my knowledge of Elven history is somewhat limited.
Understandable.
Yeah, Elenia perks up. So, legends say that one who is one of the Philanidel, or a Philanidel, moon elves born under a full moon, bathed in starlight, as the sunlight as the starlight bleaches their hair silver. As for details about them, the only one that is really in modern history, at least that we can recall, that's mainly actually either survived or otherwise of notes, is, well, Lady Tuivakasha herself.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Oh, the leader, the lady of House Fereth, the leader of all Moon Elves. And I'll also spell that name. Oh, did them all fly? Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, she currently has a seat on the council. She was the queen of, basically the queen of Raldarinia before, got annexed by New Arcaster. She's been around for hundreds of years. She's probably one of the most well-known and one of the most popular moon elves, at least in history.
Sorry, I tend to put those things out of my mind. They don't tend to stick very well.
Fair enough. Yeah, she is quite renowned, or supposedly from her blessings of the moon, that she is incredibly renowned in her channeling and the control of magic. And is incredibly gifted with her capabilities, so much that she was actually worshipped back in the old world. She since tried to renounce such things, at least in terms of things here in the New World, especially after the annexation. But
Makes
nonetheless...
sense. Don't want to look bad in front of all of her constituents.
That's nonetheless, she is still a very popular individual, and many people still refer to her as Queen, despite she no longer having that title. But nonetheless, from any other mentions of Falanadel are usually, heroes or, basically, gifted, children in one way or another, powerful sorcerers or wizards, and are very powerful, gifted spellcasters.
Sadly, I am none of those, so I can disprove that theory right now.
That's... I mean, you're the only... If the theories are true, you'd be the first recorded half-elf Falanadel, at least from any sort of records I could tell. So... I don't know if that would affect things, but... You could be...
Like I said,
if nothing else,
I don't think that's the case.
Well, silver hair or not, I still think you have the powers of doing wonderful things.
Now you're being sweet. Yes, this is sweet.
I'm being truthful.
I know, it's a sweet thing to say. Typhoon,
Typhoon in the Typhoon in the corner is just kind of like they're just burying their nose in the book, like trying to ignore what the fuck is happening. Like the moment you start getting into lovey-dovey talk, they're like, all right, whatever, I'm clocking out. Like as they just sit like flipping through the book. No, you folks.
The atmosphere somehow became way harder to move through, as if something had taken over the entire atmosphere.
Yeah, Typhoon is just like gesturing for the wing. What? No, go do your lovey-dovey thing. I've gotten very good at blocking out noises, especially weird ones. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to know. That's...
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about it either.
Yep.
Yeah, so Lydia just cocks an eyebrow, looks over at Nox like it just mouths to you like, is she okay?
He's good. She's good. She's good.
Okay. She just nods her heads and thumbs up. But,
Elenia, thank you for all of this information and for your kind words. And I think...
Of course.
I think I just need a minute to sit with this.
Yes, of course. Well, if you ever need anything or need anything else in terms of either just companionship or any more information, you know where to find me.
Same here. It's mutual.
She kind of like balls up her fist a bit and kind of like is like leaning back, like up back and forth on her tiptoes, like
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Are you saying that in character or?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
The inner monologues.
This is the inner monologue. I'm not. Don't do it.
So, Elenia, I'll roll a d20.
Don't do it.
She looks up. Actually, she looks down at you. She's taller than you. Can I, well, fuck. She's just sitting there like, oh god, no, I regret what I've just said. Love you, bye. She just, like, very quickly just pecks you on the cheek and just bolts out the door.
Now I sit down. That... Well... Typhoon, don't speak a word of this.
About what? She just pokes it from her book.
Thank you.
She just shrugs and looks back down at her book. So, what's the rest of the party doing as all of that just happened?
Copious drinking.
Well, if anyone, I'll let everyone go first, but I wanted to start some trouble somewhere.
Oh
There's
boy.
There's a blacksmith, correct?
Indeed. There is a blacksmith in the colony.
Is copper wire still that like hard to obtain even for like a blacksmith?
Well, there isn't really a lot of people making copper wire out here.
Okay, so it does have to be really special. Alright.
Yeah, you basically have to get it basically imported in. Like, most of the stuff that's being worked on right now is solely for, like, construction. Like, you know, like nails, construction equipment, tools, like that kind of shit.
Yeah,
that's what they're prioritizing right now.
I have to literally wait for the wizard to not be angry no more.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess, where's Terratato?
I was just about to say.
Okay. I mean, you're looking around in the dining hall. You're not really seeing her anywhere.
And I try and track her down.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh, alright. Time to use Blubby for advantage.
I'm gonna walk around,
The
probably
15.
ask people around.
Okay. As both you and Gal unite, trying to find the precious gnome lady.
Do I roll investigation?
If you want to, sure. Be a straight roll.
Sure.
Okay, not much better. At this point, after a certain point, you're just kind of looking like, oh, apparently Gal has a lead, so I'll just follow him. And it doesn't take long before you note, oh my god, I already forgot your freaking, well, no, not her. What are your maids?
Elris.
Yes, Elris. Wait, is it Elris?
Elris and,
Oh, Alaris. Yeah, Alaris. Sorry.
Could I have aggro give me a bird's eye view to find it, even though she's small?
We'll get to it.
We're inside.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Outside?
Yeah, eventually, as you're just looking at, like, where the fuck is she? Eventually, you see Alaris coming out with a plate of food and, like, going out towards the courtyard. Good afternoon. It's actually about to go take this out to, Zaranara. She has been, ever since she started her shift, she has been cooped up in her room, and has been furiously working at a makeshift desk made out of, I think she turned over one of her chairs and is, like, sitting on a pillow.
Alright, I gotta see
this.
I gotta see this.
Yeah.
We all gotta see this.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys basically head over to the separate, like, staff building, the staff dorms, if you will, and at this point, Alaris just knocks on the door. Housekeeping! Lunch! And after a moment, like, there's, like, some shuffling inside before you see as, like, Zaranara slowly opens the door. Zaranara, you could very clearly tell, like, it basically looks like she just got out of bed, except, like, well, I guess no, it looked like she basically never, after getting out of bed, she never, like, you know, like, combed her hair or got dressed or anything like that. She's basically still in her pajamas. like she still has a really bad bedhead even after a couple hours have passed.
Hold up.
Does it frizz up?
Yeah,
Hold
it's like all like the like poofed. Her hair looks like cotton candy right now. Like, there we go.
Alright.
It's like, oh,
Gal just starts slowly pulling out the hairbrush he keeps on him.
what's wrong? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, love.
Hello. Currently, I guess I suppose I should probably take my lunch break about now. Getting around that time. Thank you,
We can
Alaris.
wait.
As Alaris just hands down the plate, looks to be of a similar platter of looks to be like roasted boar, presumably of some kind, with various other seasonings and whatnot.
Oh no, not again.
She just hands the plate to her and just she takes inside and you just even looking inside next to Alaris, like, because the construction in here isn't necessarily done yet. There's like there's some of the rooms are still being renovated. She currently has a seat made of like 2 or 3 pillows, and her desk is basically like a normal like human-sized chair.
Which one is hers?
This one over here.
Okay, I'm just gonna go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you're just looking in, she just like basically stacks up all her paperwork, sets that to the side, and then just sets the plate down on the chair and starts eating.
Mind if we come in?
Sure. I guess suppose it wouldn't hurt.
Alright.
Moves to the side. Go in. Before I enter the room, I immediately throw like some meat or have Agro do his thing. So I won't be bothering him for his lunchtime.
Okay. Yeah, aggro after like you just kind of send them like you know you do with falcons. You kind of like toss him up in the air as he just takes to the skies and starts flying off. With Tycoon in one of his talents, by the way. As Tycoon just stares at you deadpan nonchalantly as they
We
fly
need to get
off.
aggro a saddle for Tycoon.
I plan on it. It's a thing. It's a work in progress.
Yeah, and this is when Alaris just like, I need to get back to work. I'll let you folks do it. And she just-
No.
What?
You deserve a break.
I still have customers to tend to. My
20 minutes?
My shift ends in a few hours anyway. We're probably gonna be at least closing up the shop for the evening.
Are you saying no to your boss?
I fucking blink.
She starts like nervously sweating like
Do we have tipping culture?
No. No, the New Arcaster is not a tipping culture.
You,
I
I remember during your interview, you said that you were familiar with firearms, yes?
Zaranara perks up. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna, like, pull out his gun. Wanna have some fun?
Would I? She just immediately stands up from her seat. I shall deal with you later. She just points like discriminately at the pile of paperwork next to their chair. Before she just like, slides off the pillows and starts making her way over. I should probably get on some protective equipment. She just like walks over to the wardrobe, opens it, and like sticks her head inside. And she comes out with just like a big old pair of like the big like basically like mad scientist goggles.
Second,
Ah,
Gal's gonna
also has a pair, huh?
Second of all, Gal's gonna brush her hair for her. Alright.
Hey, no, buddy. Okay, all right, fine.
It was bothering me. I'm sorry.
Hey, there's order to this chaos. I was tending to it in a very particular, personal way.
Insight check.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm not inciting it. I
That's
believe
it.
Farron chooses to believe it because he's been there so many times.
Yeah, she absolutely forgot about it.
I choose to believe her.
Fair enough.
Gal knows and he understands.
Yeah.
Also, he
It's like,
understands the
ow,
importance of having.
not, careful. Alright,
Yeah,
fine,
what-
yes. What are we doing with this gun? What are we shooting? What is the target practice? What's happening? What's happening to
Oh,
my
wait, I
voice?
didn't figure that part out. Farron, do you have any ideas?
I was about to hire her to find something since she's so good at that during her interview.
We could do that later.
I mean, we could talk about it during. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway.
Well,
Onward
I did pull
ho!
out mine.
She
I
starts
did pull
making her
out
way out.
mine.
Party time!
So, are you guys literally just doing like a shooting contest?
Yeah!
Repeating shot, so I have no need for the ball.
Okay. In that case, we'll just say for this, roll a straight. Well, actually, Gal, do you have a spare gun, or are you just
I'm
just
gonna
giving Sayonara hers?
let Sayonara borrow mine.
Okay. In that case,
I think I have a spare gun on me.
touche. Yeah. I'll just say for making this quick. If you want to switch back and forth between Sayonara, if Gal, you also want to roll a dexterity check, basically having a shooting competition. There's just like a nearby stump that you guys just are able to just unload bullets into.
Yep. Wait, that's not to waste supplies on glass. I was about to ask if either like Dasher or Kumal, you got any test tubes I can shoot?
No.
Yeah, I was like, no, we don't
Yeah,
fuck
no,
with
that's a
test tubes. We
hazard
don't
and a
fuck
half.
with test tubes.
But yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to just roll competing dexterity checks to see who is the best and quickest shot. Yeah, everyone else is just hearing like multiple like gunshots outside periodically as all this is happening.
Gal and Farron leave. 3 minutes later, bang, 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 bang!
Yeah, exactly, like dung, and then just dung dung, you know, like
That's
off
your
and on.
father's gun.
Typhoon works up. She just slithers, looks out the window. Yeah, probably.
Sounds about right.
That's part
Should
of
we-
the song.
Nope, closing the windows.
They're already closed. Anyway, just goes back to the
The best part is, it's not his gun.
Brings up boarding, starts hammering a nail.
Alright, so Sayonara also rolled dexterity.
If someone could move me to the balcony, I'm currently away from keyboard.
So, so Sayonara's first shot, she's like, alright, let's do this! As she pulls the trigger, there's just a bit of... The gun jams.
Gal
Wait,
fixed it.
really?
Yes, you rolled a nat 1!
Oh.
Actually, wait, I'll roll for severity.
No!
Okay, it's also a 1, it's low, it's fine. It just
Okay.
jams. There's just a bit of a...
It's
There's just a
bad
bit of
day.
a flash, and there's just a... There's a light
That's-
puff of smoke.
That's
Ah!
Gal's not the original owner of that gun.
I hand her my gun.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, after both of you guys, after Gal, you clear it out and you take your shot, and Farron, you managed to at least, you guys are basically like, you kind of set up one of the stumps to basically use as a makeshift like target ring.
Shooting the roots off the stump.
Yeah, or something else like that. You manage. With yours, Farron, it technically like half like skids off the side and like kind of cuts like a groove in the bark going down. Fair enough. Meanwhile, with Gal, you managed to shoot the bullet dead center right in the middle of the stump in the ring, and it does make a little bit of a crevice, like a bit of a crack.
Not as good as the captain, but getting
We need
better
a
at it.
shooting range.
I'll try again.
Do it!
Slightly better than Farron's. Rather than hitting basically against the side of the bark, it actually manages to impact also into the face of it, closer to the edge, but nonetheless. Well, could be worse. I'm a little bit rusty.
I'm quite curious about something, John.
Hmm.
Of course, like we're shooting at the stump. We're like aiming down. Of course, we're not aiming
Yeah, like
straight.
the stump has been like flipped over, like it's basically it's the stump used for like chopping wood. And you just kind of like you just kind of flip it over onto its side and basically using it like from a range for
All right,
you know,
Farrah will
target
not be
practice.
using. Farrah will not try to use catapult on a bullet yet,
Touche.
because I don't want to shoot through the walls, man.
Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, yeah. As Desire now is gonna. So, what was the point of this again?
I was bored.
Wasn't sure if this was like
BRB.
keep up on like self-defense training or maintenance or gun safety.
No, I just like shooting things.
Ah, fair enough. So, anything interesting for you happen to get? As it just kind of goes back and forth of just going off into shooting. I'll say for the sake of this, for each gun, Farron probably oh wait, no, Farron isn't here. Farron would probably use up about 5 bullets.
And I used 10.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so I started 8. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really
And
use
by
this
the
thing a
end-
whole lot, so
yeah.
it's not like it matters.
Enough. And by the end of it, Gal, basically, you're the one who regularly manages to at least get pretty damn close to the bullseye every time and basically win the competition.
Dasher from the balcony. Do you have to be so noisy?
Yes!
Sorry, guns are really loud. Then she bam fires off another one.
And to gloat his victory, he's gonna launch a few rippling orbs into the air.
Yeah, like basically Dasher, as you're looking on, you just suddenly see like about eye level with you, just Blubby, as an aqueous sphere just kind of wave at you before dropping back down.
Dasher's eye twitches a tiny bit as he goes back inside.
Yeah. For a moment, you actually do end up seeing Tondeshi like looking at the nose like, what the fuck is going on out here? Before they just see target packs and they're just like, oh, understood. And they just kind of like gesture with Hisashi to continue their patrol, just kind of around the perimeter.
Yeah, I was gonna like give a look at Tondeshi's, be like, you want to join?
Not this moment. Maybe later.
Right. How are you feeling there, lad? I did give you quite the number yesterday.
The cuts you gave me were not fatal, nor were they. Like he got paused for a minute trying to remember the word. Egregious. Egregious.
Sorry about kicking you in the jaw.
It is fine. I will. I have faced worse. I will live. As he just bows, kind of respectfully, before continuing on the patrol. So yeah. Is there anything else that the party wishes to do?
Dasher's going to, after Dasher finishes up his leather, preparing the leather.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Farron, you end up using about 5 bullets during the archery competition. Basically, the shooting competition.
Even with the repeating shot?
Oh, right. Never mind. If you're using Bria shot, never mind. You're good.
Gal out here
Dasher-
using all of his bullets. Farron out here using none.
Investments.
Dasher knocks on Knox's door.
All right. Yeah.
I was wondering if you had any proper images of the moth that your goddess uses.
The only one that I would consider proper is the one that was gifted to me. Then I'll just pull out my pendant and hand it to him.
I will clarify, there is also a lot of moth motifs on your shrine, in your room.
Oh, yeah. But I consider that the most
Yeah.
accurate one.
He's
Touche.
going to study that for he's going to study that for a second, take notes. Thank you.
Plan on starting a shrine yourself.
No, I was thinking of getting you a gift.
That's very kind, Dasher.
By the way, when is your birthday? Out of
The
curiosity.
31st.
We have the same birthday.
Oh, no shit. Huh.
Huh.
I suppose that means I need to make something for you as well.
Well, shit.
Well then.
Interesting. I like this game. This is going to be fun. I like this. This is good.
Must be the fates manipulating things again.
That or just really lucky coincidence. But I wouldn't
like
put
to
it past the fates either. They do fucked up shit all the time.
I like to think fate has a sort of sense of humor.
Oh, they definitely do. I mean, after all, I'm still alive.
Same here. I almost was sold as a pet.
What?
Yeah, that's a long story.
Fates are fickle, and they are a worse bitch than karma.
Karma,
Agreed.
fate, basically the same thing in a certain perspective.
Not exactly.
Close enough.
I appreciate that, Tasha. Really.
No
Thank you.
problem. After all, you're helping me get rid of this stupid circus in my head.
Second I can figure out how. Still working on that part.
Anyways, the other thing that I wanted to ask, because I'm going to be helping cooking from now on. Dietary restrictions, favorite food.
No restrictions on my part, but favorite food, to be quite honest, anything that goes in a stew? Pretty simple in that regard.
Got it.
I think you'd enjoy a miso. This is Typhoon just kind of perks up and looks over.
Don't even know what that is, but is it a soup?
It's miso
Yes.
soup, yes.
Hell
It's
yes.
extremely bland.
Really?
Sounds soup is good.
Typhoon is also a weeb.
Gosh.
Well, depending on how much tofu you put in the miso.
Soup is soup. I like
Especially...
it.
Okay. Well, okay, mushroom miso. I suppose I should have clarified.
Okay, mushroom miso is not so bland.
I forgot that miso normally doesn't have mushrooms in it, because that's always how I've ever had it.
Most it has is like tofu and green onions.
With a side of tortoise.
You're not there, Mono. Shush. Or gat, whatever. Fuck.
Thank you for asking there.
Dasher just smiles. Close. Well, I might as well get back to the kitchen. I finished with my leather working. Prepping the leather.
Oh, from the dragon frog.
Yes. That is the weirdest skin I have ever worked with.
It looked terrible. The fact that you can make anything out of it is a feat on its own.
Yeah, no, I thought I was going to be able to make it just on its own, but with how stretchy it is, I might need some form of wire to wrap the stuff around.
If I can find some, I'll get it to you.
I'll see you later.
Thanks.
Dasher just
Thanks, Dasher.
goes down to the kitchen after closing the door, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as you're making your way down and heading towards the kitchen, what's Kumal doing? If they're doing anything other than just drinking currently at the bar.
Pull
You
up,
have a question.
drink, sit down, drink.
Keep an eye on anybody don't want to see me. Dasher!
Fair enough.
I will stop immediately, and I'm talking to her. She's like, this never happened.
There anything in particular that Kumal's drinking right now? As Nevada's
Whatever
just
he
sitting
puts
in...
whatever he puts in front of him.
Okay. In that case, your bartender... oh my god, I can...
Soft 20 perception.
God. We'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, Roderick.
You stop that.
Yeah. Hang on. We'll get to here. As Roderick basically keeps putting in front of you, like, light ales. Just so you don't fucking die. If you just keep taking them down.
This is good tea.
That's ale, lad. It's a spruce
It's
ale.
good tea. Wink.
I was waiting for that. A wink.
Roll persuasion check.
Oh,
Come on, you can do it, buddy.
I'll pull rank. I don't give a shit.
You can do it, buddy.
Persuasion. That one. Ooh!
No!
That's a
Roderick-
drunk wink right there. That's
yeah,
both eyes.
Roderick just
That's
kind
a
of
drunk
like
wink.
furrows his brow. It just kind of shrugs. Whatever you want to call it, lad.
If I had an inspiration.
That wasn't a wink. That was a blink.
Yeah.
oh boy.
Maybe you've had a bit too much tea, lad.
Hmm.
Even though I'm not there, can I give an inspiration?
If you want.
I do.
Alright, in that
Oh.
case, Kumal,
God
re-roll.
damn it.
Go, come
It's
on,
not gonna be any better.
come on. Yeah, hey, it's better.
Question.
yeah, Roderick will just solemnly nods and just shrugs. Eh. Whatever. It just keeps to himself. So, any particular reason you're drinking this much tea? If you don't mind me asking.
I've been doing this for so long, and I'm finally as close as I've ever been. It's just, I'm hitting a wall.
Hmm. Well, you got a chisel?
Can't say I do.
Well, then I suggest finding one.
Besides, this tea is a very guilty pleasure.
It never took you much for the type.
I like to keep it that way.
Fair enough. Anything in any particular? Sorry, words. Common. Anything in particular you want me to throw in front of you? Are you other than just all of our bottom shelf shit?
Give me one more, but something strong.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Now you want strong, or you want strongest thing we got?
Strong. I'm not a fool.
Fair enough. I'll save the Northern Bear for another day. In that case, nice dwarven stout. He just takes another glass. Takes your glass. Basically rinses it, pours another one, slides it down to you.
I was trying to get to the point where I will definitely fucking roll.
Yeah, I
Just
was
so you
about to
know,
say,
fuck.
yeah, for the sake of this, roll for me a con save. At this rate.
Absolutely, with pleasure.
Yep,
That's
that's what I
spirit.
expected.
That's the spirit.
Did I put the rolls for drunkenness in the Google Doc
Drunk
yet?
Kumo.
That's a question.
I'm wondering what drunken system you're using.
Heliana's. The Heliana's one.
Ah,
Yeah, I'll just grab from the latest thing. Give me one moment. Probably should have grabbed this up earlier the moment you mentioned you were drinking, but nonetheless.
Kumal gets plastered enough, he starts speaking math at fucking Roderick.
I mean,
He's
Yeah.
mathing at me right
Yeah,
now.
I'll just say at
I'm
this
just wait-
point. Oh, sorry, you go, Dasher first.
I'm just waiting for the go-ahead for Dasher to be able to barge in.
Yeah, well, just a moment.
There's never a go ahead.
Never. We just stay there for the rest of time.
Dasher is eternally frozen. Just in the doorway.
Kumal is too. I'm sorry, and Gal is too.
And time stop.
That's a 10th
I have
level
a
spell.
question.
I
Nature.
might have an answer.
9th level
Yeah,
spell.
well, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see your
Uh,
question. We'll get to you guys in a minute. To wrap that up quickly.
Tamatame, Damio, Damio.
Antaga.
DMCA. CA.
DMCA.
DMCA.
Here in the
DMCA.
God damn it.
God. TMC. It's unavoidable.
Alright, drunkenness. Here we
This
go.
game started with shitty music. It's gonna continue with shitty music.
God damn, this is fine. So
The shitty music will.
I'll say at this point with the 4, you're probably up to about level 3 drunkenness. You're starting to sway a bit. You're starting to get a bit groggy.
The shitty music will continue until morale improves.
Yay!
At least until you guys get a stage.
It never ends.
Good bard. So to clarify, Kumal, currently you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, as well as disadvantage on charisma and wisdom checks and saves.
I see no downside.
Oh, this is gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, and I'll say at this point, basically as you're downing the glass, with the glass in hand, turned upside down to drink the last of it. That's when you see Dasher in the corner of your eye coming through the door, like, uh-oh.
just quick, swallow the tea. Normal tea.
As at this point, he just takes the glass from you and starts rinsing it.
How much has he had?
Hello?
How much has he had?
Is there a limit on tea?
There's a limit on alcohol.
Alcohol?
I don't know that
You're
rule.
you're a fucking lightweight and you know it.
I don't know. Crystals are pretty heavy.
Yeah, Roger
some water?
is just standing there.
Could he switch to water for a bit?
Just
No, I want to watch this.
connected, conscious with Roderick, just bail me out.
Roderick slowly nods. I can get him water.
But I want tea.
It's no, you see,
It's part of the process.
Okay.
Well, we have something that looks like water.
And after that, could you get me a
Never
Cosmo?
clear.
What?
Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmopolitan.
Hang on, do we even have this shit for out here? as he just looks back over at the bottles.
Well, hold up. Dasher goes over to the kitchen.
I'll,
And as he
I'll
goes
take
back
a-
to the kitchen, at this point, Roderick actually does pull out a proper, just smaller cup, pours in the boiling water, and actually, there is actually a bag of tea leaves, that he just, he basically just makes a little, strainer thing and puts it in and just slides it over to you.
I'll take a milky squeeze.
Ah,
Yes.
there it is.
Milky squeeze, alright, one of them coming up. never understood the name of this fucking thing. As he just
Dasher-
takes the bottle.
I don't get it either, but it tastes pretty good.
Dasher
As he-
comes back out with a giant bottle of cranberry juice.
Ew.
When the fuck did we have? When did we get that?
Oh, it's part of the cooking supplies.
Yeah.
King
Eh,
when?
whatever. Whatever. Anyway, he just takes it and makes the drink. Yeah, and of course for Gal, he just he uncaps the bottle because it's just a bottle drink, and then just slides it down to you.
Aye. Just the one for me. He's gonna down the whole thing.
Sure, con save. Same for Dasher.
Dasher is just sipping at his Cosmo.
Okay, fair enough. 11.
So he's not actually downing it, he's just sipping at it, nursing it.
Gal, you're feeling fine.
So I would argue that I don't necessarily need to make the save just yet.
Yeah, not yet. At least not until you've actually finished the drink in question.
Hey, Roy,
You're supposed to savor a Cosmo.
I'm not gonna tell you how to drink a drink.
Did we ever get that guest situation figured out?
Guess situation. Oh yeah. Last I saw, apparently they're looks like they're either setting up like a shelter or like a tents or something out back next to construction workers.
Gal's eye twitches.
Apparently they're fine with hoofing it, sleeping it out in the woods, but up to them. Something about meditation or something like that, but I don't know. I never took this stuff.
Asher, oh wait, no, yeah, you're drunk it up. Give me a sec.
Where are you going?
He's still holding the Cosmo, by the way.
Okay.
Roger.
Yeah. At this point, Korok is basically just in the kitchen. At this point, he's basically just kind of busying himself with like cleaning and organizing things because there's not a whole lot of food being served right now.
Do we have any bread?
We do. As he just goes over the cupboard and takes out a loaf.
Vodka,
Yeah.
quickly.
He will
Roger, quick spike
he
it.
will cut some up and hand back the loaf.
Yeah. Yeah. As Dasher goes away, Roderick
The
just
bear.
looks at you like, "Really, man?"
bear
Before
one.
he, yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah, this is before Dasher gets back. As he just
Right.
he's just fine. He just pours a floater of light ale into the tea.
No, the bad one, the good one.
Oh, vodka. Looks like water.
All right. puts a floater of vodka in.
Bless you.
Can't save Kumal.
Where's the thing? Hold on.
Puts down.
There
He
it is.
puts-
in real life now.
Dasher puts the half loaf of bread in front of
Hey.
Kumal.
Woo!
Yeah, okay, that's not bad. Let me double check.
You're going to need something to absorb some of that alcohol.
What? Alcohol?
So Kumal, you're unfortunately you just failed. Your movement speed is halved.
Wow.
I can smell it.
Unbelievable.
I can smell it off of you. You are drunk.
No, it's not.
Yeah, unfortunately
We're
at this
at a
point with the amount of
bar.
alcohol that you've taken, it's starting to add up.
He's not drunk, he's having a good time. There's a difference.
No, they're about the same.
I'm trying to make a point here. Why do you got to ruin it for me?
I'm being truthful. It ain't mutually exclusive.
And this
Or
is
when he
why I
finishes
like
the
our
Cosmo.
bartender.
Also, yeah, Dasher, you're fine.
Yeah, Gal is currently deep in scheming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'd probably say it's around this point, as the bar is currently drinking. Nevena is currently like pecking at like the toothpicks, like the cocktail like toothpicks at the bar before Roderick's like, no. So Nevena's just
Oh,
Really, she's not trying to devour Kumal's bread.
They're also eyeing the bread, but nonetheless.
Gal takes the bread.
Let's say break off a loaf.
Mm. Yeah, Nevena starts pecking it.
Eating wood. Just eat that. It's good for you. It'll make you big and fat. Don't worry about it. Big and strong. Strong. Mhm.
Hey, right, you might want
Starts
to get
pecking it.
into the flight training soon.
The what?
Strengthening the wings.
Oh. Just kind of picks her up a little bit to like a safe height and just kind of half drops
No,
on the
we're-
bar. See what happens.
We're probably going to have to throw her off the roof with someone in the courtyard.
Yes,
I'm talking like 6 inches. By the way, I'm talking a small
Okay.
distance.
Okay, fair
Oh
enough.
my
Fair enough.
God.
As you just kind of pick them up, they just kind of like.
Didn't work.
No, more like this. Gal's gonna grab like gently. He like take Nevena's wings and he's gonna like
Unfurl them a little bit.
forcibly flap them a little bit, like you would like with a baby in their arms.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of like that. It gets them
like
used
a
to using them.
doll.
Yeah.
Gal, roll for
I
me
shouldn't
animal
do that
handling.
right now.
It's an 18.
Yeah, you start flapping their wings, and you can just kind of feel them getting into the motion of it for a bit, and Gal, you let go. They keep flapping, just kind of standing there.
Good job.
There you
You're
are.
doing great. Just like way too close with a half thumbs up. Just, you're doing awesome. You'll fly soon.
Okay.
Yeah, this one Nevena just kind of like turns back, like turns, like kind of steps back a little bit, like what's going on? I'm confused.
Alright,
Yeah,
fine.
that was one
Personal
of the few tricks
space.
I wish I learned earlier.
Yeah, Nevena is like flapping them, but also just kind of more like weirdly just kind of slapping them against the table.
Just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
You'll get the
And
hang of it.
as you guys are just kind of, some of you half drunkenly fooling around with Nevena, for the quick sake of brevity, for Farron, who's still out in the courtyard, by the way, with the Sirenara.
You already know my question was.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah,
that
yeah. Sorry,
magnet.
just bring it up. As for magnets, and finding them in a lake, I've dealt with worse circumstances. I'll give it a shot. Give me like
And
a day.
A day? Oh! Excellent!
Well, maybe 2, depending on how long it takes.
Since it's magnetic, probably the best advice I could give you is, have a metal pole. That's probably the best bet.
Don't worry, I got a plan.
I love you
I have
so
complete
much.
faith in her. I'm not gonna do any checks on her. I have just complete faith.
Those magnets are as good as found. Probably.
Yes.
God, this is gonna be interesting.
Gal's
it's-
still wet.
Is Agro and Tycoon like, or more like, is Agro just done with the feeding?
Yeah, eventually Aggro comes back. They're noticeably covered in a much more blood than when you last left them.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, after a certain point, Aggro, like as they're just kind of standing there, just kind of like half like preening themselves, their head kind of cocks up a bit, like turning a direction before they take flight again and go back up into the sky.
Alright, so Tycoon and Agro are doing their own thing. Okay, there's that. Then at this point, I will then join back with the party. if Agro and Tycoon ever decide to come back, I'll just leave the window open.
As you're about to go back inside, going to open the door, Aggro comes back and flies down, Tycoon next to you.
Well then. What is the commotion happening right now then at this point? That's inside the building.
Inside the bar, we'll say at this point, I just realized most of this is probably happening like, what, 2 or 3 in the afternoon?
Mm-hmm. Day
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much kind of day drinking.
Yeah.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Oh yeah, there you go.
3 in the...
As as you guys start walking in, there's like a few it's like usually the maximum amount of people outside of you guys, like customers, like probably like maybe 4 or 5 of like maybe people like, sometimes coming off their shift. And of course, occasionally like the construction workers, which at least probably adds like another handful when they're not currently working and whatnot. Which they seem to be working on like clearing out some more of the area and like starting to build up like scaffolding and stuff like that for the new building that's going to be coming in soon. But nonetheless,
I was gonna get another one of those drinks.
con save.
Yeah. Or
Ah. So for Gal, Gal, you're starting to feel a bit of a buzz. You're starting to feel great. You're starting to feel happy. You have advantage on charisma checks
oh yes.
as you take the first level drink in this. Nonetheless, so as everyone's kind of like half drinking at the bar, and Farron, you kind of go up to join them.
I know exactly what he's gonna do. Oh shit.
Eventually, the door actually does open, and coming inside, you do see Aberos, singing the one. Good afternoon. Seeing all this everyone at the bar, looking inside.
How's it going, mate?
Doing wonderful.
I pat the seat right next to me.
Are you folks in condition for having a meeting?
We fought a frog.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure the only one
Yeah.
that's not is Kumal.
Oh, I'm fine.
Understood.
You're
Because
drunk.
I'm here to relay a message. Well, at least about to act as a... Actually, no. Well, there's been a development.
Oh?
Don't mind me asking.
How so?
It's also at this point that actually Alenia comes in, as well as actually an orc woman.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I
Simila
should get
looks-
Nox.
Yeah, Simila looks to be like the orc woman seems to be about in her like maybe in human years about like mid-40s, like early mid-40s. As she's just kind of looking around at the place, like half confused, or just kind of like enamored, like what is this place that I'm walking into? As Alenia is just kind of like having a bit of a conversation back and forth with her, just kind of like consoling her, like like trying to explain what this place is and what's happening.
History check to know
Hey
what
there.
tribe?
Hello there, Lo.
I will say you don't even have to roll. You can immediately tell this is from the Hashnapati, the local
Oh,
tribe
okay.
nearby.
Nox.
My door's
Nox.
closed. I don't know if I'd hear you.
He would be knocking on the door.
Oh. Yes, Dasha.
Ambrose is here. We need to do a meeting.
Of course
Also,
we do.
Kumal's drunk.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Fascinating. Okay, I'm on the way.
You want to go see?
Before I head out, I'm gonna dig in my pack and grab a small trinket and put it in my
Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
Oh, Doctor, you didn't have to bring
Yeah, so
an entourage.
Dasher's just gonna go
Gonna
back
make
down.
you jealous.
Yeah, and I'll say at this point, Nox you see, similarly to as I described before, Orc Woman. She is also currently looks to be basically up like covered in like furs, and like in this sort of basically robe-esque kind of like pattern. Yeah. She's also currently holding a staff in one hand that seems to have looks to be like either twin tusks or twin like horns that are currently like almost like kind of curved around one another, almost like a catechus, a little bit.
Oh.
Have I met her before?
You do not recognize this face.
Okay. I didn't know if this was one of his wives or not.
Do I recognize that it's the shaman wife?
I mean, she seems to have the staff. She seems to have like various forms of like ritualistic paraphernalia and like jewelry made of like bones and wood and beads, and other such things that she currently has a body. She also has on like a face paint in this sort of like ornate design in like this sort of like a mix of like oranges and greens, kind of going down the face.
Yeah, Gal is thing is like, do I want to try? In his head.
Zebra says, should we probably sit at the dining table for this?
How serious is
Do I
this,
get my
Averos?
whiskey on the rocks?
It is somewhat serious. As at this point, like you can see some of the other officers, the other elven officers, like slowly following their way in.
All right, I can get serious. Cal, can you help me? I'm stuck.
Gonna fucking potato sack him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too much. All right,
Nevena is still flapping their wings on the bar, by the way.
you're doing great.
Gonna pick up Nevena with his tail and bring her away.
So you just kind of very gingerly just kind of pinch to pick them up and carry them over.
Avoiding spikes.
They're a bit hefty. They're actually like they got a bit of a heft to them now. Not enough for like strength check or anything, but like yeah, you can actually feel them a bit. And like oh shit, they're growing.
I could use it for this.
Is Nevena still a normal sized creature?
They're for all intents and purposes they're a quote unquote medium creature. Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Roast Bert.
Do I get my whiskey on the rocks?
Roderick pours you basically pours you the whiskey. Fortunately, don't have much ice at the moment, but at least you got that.
Ray of frost, because alcohol don't freeze.
Yeah.
Actually,
you just
alcohol-
Unless it's really, really cold.
I was about to say alcohol does freeze, but the temperature is like somewhere between 15 and 30 minus.
Yeah. Nonetheless.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't think I can go that far yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
As the shaman, like as the party kind of gets their way together, also grab Nox. We're gonna move around to the table. Where are they? There they are. Boop.
The typhoon have followed Nox.
Would Nox have brought Typhoon with her?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So
Tiger and Tycoon are perched on the edge of the table, or not the table, at the edge of the bench.
Oh. Typhoon probably wouldn't even need to make an insight check to know that Gal's inebriated.
yeah, she's not surprised in the slightest. But yes, as
It's that hour.
as all of the officers and the shaman kind of sit down at the table. Now, there have been some developments in terms of our relationship with the Orc tribe, currently on the borders of our colony. Gesturing over to Elenia. And the orc shaman, of which the shaman does start speaking in Orcish, though of course Elenia does also translate for those who don't know Orcish. You know of the Unak, that currently protects our people, and has traveled with us to your land.
That we do. I will return in Orcish.
She kind of like smiles, like kind of surprised, like, oh, they do understand. And she nods. Well, the Ornak is getting sick.
Wide eyes.
There is some form of curse or blight, corruption that is spreading on the back of the creature.
I immediately stand up. Am I allowed to examine it?
You may, but you will have to be.
What color is it?
It is gray.
Please. Okay. Did it only start when you got here?
We only started noticing it last moon, but it is growing.
As in, like, since they've been settled here with us?
Yes.
But when you say last moon, do you mean like last month
Last
or
night.
last night?
Yeah,
Okay.
last night.
Gal's gonna look at Dasher.
Yeah, I was about to say that's why I clicked on. I was like, I'm
What?
staring.
Why are you all looking at me?
Well, as of late, it seems that weird shit keeps following you places.
This isn't Dasha or anyone else's fault. This has to do with where we are.
No, I'm
It
not
is-
blaming that. I just more like I just think that if it is that thing that corrupted that frog one time,
No,
I think
it
our
is
only
not.
It's not.
Whatever
oh,
It would
spirit
have.
or
It would
curse-
have been.
Whatever spirit or
It-
curse is sickening the Ornak, it is hunting the plants, the forest on its back.
A full blight, then.
Indeed. We have sent.
Dasher gets up.
We have sent some of our warriors to investigate and try to fight it, to remove it, but they could not.
What happened when they tried?
They were attacked.
Do we know by what? Did they survive?
They did survive, though they are still being healed.
What kind of injuries do they have? I'm sorry,
Blight.
I am one of the healers for these people. I do not mean to stop your instruction. I apologize.
Roll a persuasion check.
Well, okay.
13. She seems a little like she seems very out of her element and seems very like, yes, she did come to these people for help, but she still seems a bit like concerned and doesn't really know 100% like how well to trust you guys.
That's why I'm
Like-
110% speaking in Orcish.
Yeah, she like you speaking in Orcish is certainly helping to relieve her nerves a little bit, but she's still at least like, you know, looking at the rest of the group who's looking somewhat egregiously at her before Alinea has to
Inebriated.
keep like yeah that too. That also Alinea basically having to before Alinea helps to translate things for the other
At
people.
this point, Gal's getting up. Is like, fuck, fine. I'll go grab my weapons.
I say in Orcish, how many are injured and how many can help with this endeavor?
There were 4 that were wounded, though, if we may, there are not many others we can send without weakening our patrols and our hunters.
Hmm.
Do not think that doing this rashly today is our best course of option. For there is not much I can do for this creature today.
While the curse is spreading, it is slow. Though, of course, we wish for it to be removed when it can.
It will be done the first thing that we can. Sadly, I have exhausted myself in combating something else of corruption earlier today.
Farron raises his hand. Uh, I'm somewhat of someone who deals with spells and crafting in a sense. I think I haven't exhausted myself fully. I could examine what I can and prepare ourselves for the next day while we're all prepared. That could be an option.
I'm worried if you do so, you will be attacked.
Which is why I'm going with him.
Should not go alone. We should all go together.
I agree with the wizard.
I'm going to have to agree with both of them on this as well.
The beasts, the monsters that this blight is turning the forest on the Onyx back into are sacrificial and powerful. They sacrifice themselves to defend their nest.
Is there a description on what attacked your people?
Um, from what was seen, it was large, tall, looked like a large mushroom, but there were holes in the side that these small spiked things crawled out of, and went to jump at our warriors, latch onto them, and burst.
Would I have any idea what that would be? I mean, I have an idea, but
Nature check at disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna look at
Connor,
Typhoon.
Anna.
This would not be on Chrono, unfortunately, no.
I'd also like to make
Oh.
that check.
Absolutely.
I would
Also-
also like to make a nature
yeah.
check.
For all of the party members, this would be at disadvantage.
Who has
14.
proficiency in nature?
I'm gonna have Typhoon make it instead of in my stead.
Who has
Touche.
proficiency in nature? Does
Oh
anyone
wait,
have
I can roll
proficiency in
that.
nature?
I can wait. Hold up, I can
No.
I
roll
don't
that.
think so.
No one.
In roll 20.
I asked this because I could give advantage, which would flatten the roll. But since no one can,
Yeah, it's a 9. Typhoon doesn't know anything. Doesn't really know much.
Okay.
25. Okay. So.
it's disadvantage, so I think it's 17.
Oh, right, it's disadvantage. Sorry.
correct?
Thank you for getting me that. So that's still...
Unless you can let me have aggro assist me, but I don't think you. Allow that.
yeah, no, that'd be it's still a 17. Granted, but nonetheless.
Yep.
So for Kumal and Dasher, and also to some degree Typhoon, obviously based off of this description, this clearly seems to be some type of like fungus, or some type of mushroom, a either sentient or sapient, presumably mushroom of some kind, or at least is able to control some, whatever creatures or spores or whatever it is that are acting as, are acting as, are being hosted within the fungus. As for the 17 from Farron, while you're not really familiar with any species similar to this, it seems to basically be it's spores or whatever form of basically reproduction or self-defense. It seems to create these little sporelings, if you will, based off of this description, that basically crawl out and latch onto onto other creatures in swarms, and then proceed to explode. Which basically would end up, of course, defending the host, killing the creature, and also providing more fertilizer to then, absorb back into the mushroom in question.
We need to fire the Halo ring.
Okay.
Basically, think of it almost as if there were a tiny swarm of creepers, for lack of a better term, though they don't look anything like them.
As I said, we need to fire the Halo ring.
Farron relays this information as in, oh fuck, it's inflicted with fungi. Oh no. Just shakes his head. Oh no.
So this means we can't use fire.
What do you mean we can't use fire?
We'd hurt the
These
Onak.
spores will
Oh.
spread even more if we use fire.
Well-
Fungus spores are reactive to heat.
Well, good thing I don't use fire.
I use a
Looks
lot of fire.
We should prepare our party, interview those that were injured first thing in the morning, and then go see for ourselves if your people would permit it and escort us.
I will escort you.
May I ask your name?
I am. Actually, I need to grab her name. Give me a moment. Because unfortunately, I didn't actually manage to find any proper art for this lady.
Do we have any spells for this? I hope.
Please, you guys can also talk to your amongst yourselves as you
Yeah.
wish.
Oh, I was gonna say
It's a
something to the
natural
orc
curtain
lady.
thing, so we can't.
Okay.
We can't have the circle of the dawn help us
I'm just waiting.
unless it's like an actual threat.
Yeah, if you want to,
to the
I was gonna
whole
say if you want to ask a
ecosystem.
question, as I'm looking.
Will
I don't think the
the
circle of the dawn's ever gonna help us on this.
will the tribe
what
be
other
help
things we could help?
will the tribe be cooperative in this endeavor, or are they going to keep shunning us like they have been?
They are wary of outsiders.
We have yet to prove ourselves, Gal.
Indeed. They have heard the horrors of the people of New Castor. And also
Luckily,
had,
not all of us are from New Arcaster.
Indeed, but as much as they are not enemies, they are unsure who to trust.
Understandable. Yet until we earn it, I don't expect any trust from you or your tribe. But I will offer my aid wherever I can.
Yeah, but at least this will put our foots in the door.
Hopefully you
Foots-
can earn your trust.
Feet? I hate common.
We will do our best to help your people and the Onak as well.
Thank you. Do what you must, but try not to hurt the Onak as well as the forest.
That is the goal.
I am not much in a fight, but I can heal.
We should
Thank you.
probably start prepping for this kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying. We should head there first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Interview
Yeah.
the
I'd
people
say-
that were injured, and then assess the Onak.
Yeah, we can't really do it now. Half of us are.
Yeah, I have no
fucking-
spells at all.
Some people
other than
got the
cantrips.
shit beat out of them. Others are drunk as hell.
And I used all of mine to heal Ferret and deal damage, so...
I don't think I have any left either.
I think I have a theory.
Yes. Professor.
Spores can't spread if they're wet.
It is harder
That's-
for them to become airborne, that is correct.
Gal, you have water hydromancy, correct?
Indeed.
We can use that. Bring some spare flasks.
I got
Maybe
it.
wet some cloths so we don't get it in our mouths. I don't know.
I don't
yes,
think that
mas-
these spores are that small, my dears.
Well, anyways, masks would help, but I can make some for all of you over the night, through the rest of the day.
Farron makes a small prayer, like a small one. Like, uh, I don't know if any of y'all want to do the perception though.
I'll do it at disadvantage. Wow. What the fuck?
Nice.
let's just hope any of like the corpse like that was on the ground that was rotting. Hopefully the spores don't get to it because basically it's like, please don't let anything curse happen to the spores. Don't let anything curse happen to the spores. Don't let anything curse happen to the spores.
Yeah.
This is what he's hoping
yeah.
for.
At this point, the knight, the wood elf, Balkianalosh, sort of perks up. Look at this. So you say that the creature itself, as well as these warriors, are infected with whatever blight or fungus or spores or whatever this may be.
Potentially.
Are we sure whether or not this will spread?
It sounds like it was isolated on the Onak, but now that's a question.
Since
I
others
would
have come in contact with it, it is a possibility.
I would
Hold up,
dispose of any clothing or objects I had and keep a close watch.
And
Also-
isolate those that were exposed.
Are we
Hold
sure
up,
we do
I
not
need to go
want
look
to...
at something real fast.
Are we sure we do not want to quarantine the orcs away from the colony? So ensure it does not spread.
Prob-
I
further.
don't
Probably
think
be
that
a
the
best idea.
orcs. I don't think that the entirety of the orcs are exposed. I think those that came in direct contact with it are going to be the most
Right.
susceptible. Plus, the Onax location to the colony right now is, if the colony's been exposed, it's already happened. It's already been a full day since this is.
True, though there were warriors that were wounded and possibly infected by these spores, along with whatever doctors they have amongst them may or may not have been made contact and infected with as well.
Those are
I'd
the
rather
ones that
not
I
take our
recommend.
chances.
Yes, those are the ones I recommend that are separated and quarantined for now.
Nature?
Right? What I'm saying is we don't know who else outside of those folks have since made contact. We don't know how they
This is
don't know
true.
as much about these spores and whatever parasite or virus or whatever this might be that might infect more.
Inform your people. I will inform mine. Let us know of any symptoms that arise. That way we know what to look out for, but do not move the Onak.
The shaman nods, and as for her name, sorry, give me a moment. I am Urzul. I will spell that. There you go.
Thank you.
Nature.
Yes.
I have 2 questions.
I may or may not have 2 answers.
Which way has the wind been blowing in the past 24 hours?
Roll a d6 for me. Currently in a southerly direction.
Alright. And, based on this, can I do a check to try and determine which way, if the wind is going to shift in any other direction?
This would probably be either nature or survival. 15. Actually check the weather. Actually, you know what? For me, Gal, if you could roll a D100.
I
Oh
forget.
boy.
I forget that your setting is fairly realistic when it comes to pathogens.
Yep, I have rolls for diseases.
Yeah, I know.
13!
There's a 13. Let me check a table real quick.
That's... If we're talking spores, gotta pay attention to the fucking wind.
That's a good point. That is a very, very good point.
Very fair.
All right, let me grab my cheat
We might
sheet.
already be infected because of where the wind was blowing.
We don't know. That's
We
a
were
good time
not-
to check.
We were not anywhere close to a
to
southern
show
direction
yeah,
from
I was
it.
gonna say to show for reference, going back to the local map. We also
Yeah.
move this for the sake of the audience. The Onak is currently like basically the Onak as well as the camp. Like, the village is just south of the Onak, which is just south of like basically the fort that is currently still in the middle of being constructed. Which the
Yes.
fort is currently uphill, granted, but nonetheless.
And we were
We might-
stationed in the Spellwood Grove. We're far away.
Yes, which is all the way over here.
So on this map, south would be this way.
No, south would. Actually, yes, that's a good point. South would be like in this kind of direction. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I keep forgetting. Yeah, the Kriok River flows north. It's just with perspective.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
because this direction is west. This would be
Yeah.
north.
I might end up rotating the map at some
That
point.
sounds like
Just-
a great idea.
just
That
for
or
my
put a-
sanity.
That or put a rose compass in here with the proper directions.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, I might be able to do that right now. Give me a sec.
But yeah, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on specifically this
Yeah, don't
area. Oh,
Sorry, don't panic. Wait, which way is
Eh.
this? Fuck.
panicking!
I have a question.
What did I say, Nature? I said don't move the Onak.
Ah!
And thus the
so
Onak
here-
fell in, and thus the Onak fell into the void, killing it instantly.
That messes with my brain a lot.
Sorry, there we go.
This is
So,
messing
like-
with my brain.
No.
So yeah, okay,
This makes
hang on.
sense.
Oh, good. Whoa. All right.
Let me hang on. There we go.
Hey.
Wait. So
Now it should be accurate.
The flow of all rivers are pointing towards north, right?
Yeah, the
Just the
Kriok
Kriok
River
River.
is. Yeah, this is flowing north.
Okay. That'll be relevant years
Okay,
later.
So
You'll understand
okay.
later.
So
What do you mean
if-
years
so
later?
This way, so this
You'll
way
understand.
south.
You'll
Oh,
understand.
actually, wait, sorry. The Onak would be slightly over more. It would be over like. It was over like here in this clearing. There we go. Now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay, so hold up. We get the measuring tool. Oop.
Oh, man, that's sorry. It's in feet.
Nah, it's fine. I'm just using it for. All right. So we need to keep specific eye on that. Just that.
Just that.
It's the Orcus tribe, yeah.
Yeah, no, just these two houses. Well, these four houses on the very edge. We need to keep an eye on.
There we go.
And about the weather forecast.
Oh yes.
Weatherman Gal at your service.
Let me get the weather sheet because it is currently. Let's see. It's currently autumn.
If it rains, we in business.
That
Like
was an
that,
8.
like that.
That was an that was a 13.
Would that be a proper gist of which ones we should be looking for?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah. I see what you're looking. I see what you're pointing at.
Roughly
It
translates
looks
to
like
all of
yeah,
it.
it looks like tomorrow's weather. It is going to be heavy clouds. No rain, unfortunately. But nonetheless, it'll be overcast.
All right. What about wind?
Wind. It'll be blowing. Let me double check the table again.
Hold up.
Roll. Actually, sorry. Oh, it's not a D6. It's actually a D4. Oh, it still works. Whatever. Yeah. Gal, if you could roll another D4 for me.
Bam.
It's going to be blowing in a northerly direction.
Oh, all right. Okay. Gal's going to walk back in and proclaim, "Well, I have some good news and potentially bad news."
All means do share.
So, for the past day, the wind has been blowing south. Tomorrow it is going to be blowing north, so we're going to have to go at it from either the east or the west.
Understandable.
Also, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow.
Ozil, do you have a way of contacting us if any symptoms or Strange behaviors arise throughout the night.
Well, other than coming to speak with one of your people, we do not have many animals to work as messengers.
If I may, we might want to get this done as soon as possible.
Right now, I can't do nearly anything for this creature, Dasher.
Which is why we should wait 8 or 9 hours, get rest up, and then go immediately.
I
That-
say we should do it tomorrow.
That was what I said, that we get a long rest, go interview
Well,
the people that were injured.
It's still the afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, at this point it's about like 3 or so in the afternoon. So if you take a
Also-
long rest
Yeah, so-
now, it would be like almost around 11 o'clock at night.
That's what
Also,
Dasher is saying. We
you-
should probably do this as soon as possible, as in tonight.
Also,
fine.
you and Kumal can't really see all that well in the dark.
Yes, they can. Gal, you forget.
Right.
I will make it so. After all, that's where I excel best.
So, 3 hours to prepare, get a rest in, and then we head out.
What would be 8
We
hours?
rest now.
No, we take 3 hours to like do other stuff. Then we take the rest, and then we head out.
Okay, so we would be going at like 4 a.m.
I'm
No,
fine
not
with
4
that.
a.m., 2 a.m.
So
Hopefully that will be enough time before the wind fully shifts anyway.
Nature,
yes.
would the wind have shifted by then?
Based off of your survival check, probably would be shifted. It would probably the wind would have shifted by morning.
Alright. I cast exposition.
Okay.
We move out, travel down by the riverbank, get there, interview in the morning, and then see what we're up against.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I'll say, is any other questions people wish to ask before we end up taking a long rest and prepping?
I
I'm gonna
had
reach a
one thing
forearm
that I
out
wanted
to
to do.
Urzel and go to shake her forearm and be like, "We are at your service."
She, as you hold out her arm, roll charisma.
Just because it's customary orcish handshake and not
Mhm.
people handshake. I am not charismatic. Oh boy.
Oh, she's
That's a
leaving now?
Oh yeah, unless you have any
Save.
other
I don't
questions.
want
But
to
we'll get to that in a
save.
minute.
Nat 20.
Natural 20. She slowly smiles and then, basically takes your arm in return and goes to shake. Thank you.
We will be ready to depart around 2 in the morning. If you are our escort, we will see you then.
I will be tired, but willing. As she just slowly smiles.
Thank you.
Rest well.
Spirits guide your path.
Gal, you had a question.
Aggro like squawks.
No, I already asked my question.
Then I shall take my leave. As,
It was something that I wanted to do before we took the long rest.
Okay. Yeah, in that case it works off. And after Alenia just kind of escorts Orzel back outside, and they close the door again, Abrosen picks up. Well, of course we don't need to approach some of these other things tonight, though there have been other things I would wish to speak to you folks about, as you do have a say in the company.
Don't get pegged.
Now, we are currently trying to negotiate and talk, at least amongst ourselves, about the current construction efforts, in particular, the current defenses that we are trying to erect. And so far, we have mostly been prioritizing the fort, in terms of getting some sort of defensive bastion in case there is some form of invasion. However, there have also been complaints amongst the workers requesting some form of permanent housing, of which not all of our workers currently have. So
This is an issue in some way.
well, currently our officers have been conflicted, going back and forth on whether or not we should, for long story short, be intending to work to try to house and satisfy our workers before moving on to continue and finalize the forts, or we should be spending more time to prioritize the fort in some form of defensive bastion.
May I speak my mind, Viscount?
Indeed, you may.
If you don't take care of your workers, you'll have no one to build the fort. If the workers choose to stay, they have houses. If they don't, we have homes that can be offered to other residents. There's not a losing situation there.
At this, Balkion perks up. Well, even if our people would be content, we would not be safe. If we were,
In a way, we are in a very big way. We already are not safe. We are on the edge of a faith forest. We have orcs coming in. God knows, we have hostile orcs coming in. God knows when,
Or if.
There are several entities invested in the goings-on here.
Is the long
Not limited.
house something that the workers would be content with for the time being, especially if it is within the fort walls?
Or at least give them, or at least put it on the main road towards the fort.
We've already started work on personalized housing for individual families and individuals.
Not personalized housing. Longhouse. Communal housing for the workers to have a place to stay. Large enough house to where it can also be used as a whole. One building. Faster, quicker. They work together on it. They get back to work on the fort.
At this, the Baroness, Gwynir perks up. I suppose it wouldn't be impossible, though there are a lot of workers, nonetheless, that would need to be satisfied for that, and I'm not sure how much space we'd be able to have in the fort to dedicate. It wouldn't be impossible, I don't think, though, of course, I'd have to speak with a few of the others that have perked up as representatives if they would be willing to do such.
It would be safer for them. At the end of the building of the fort, we have two larger buildings that can be repurposed. Their own personal homes could be then established if they choose to stay. It makes it so that way they are safer as well. They may not like it, but it is a shelter, it is theirs, and it is safer than being out on their own.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm gonna give myself some guidance.
Absolutely. 18. Suppose in that case, we have a new option that we could put up to our vote. Whether it be prioritize security above all else, prioritize housing, personalized housing, or try to negotiate with the workers for a communal building, for at least in the interim.
That also prioritizes safety above all else, including the safety of the workers.
So, all in favor of option 1?
Should it be in a hiding?
Sorry, what was that, Farron?
Should it be in a more hiding position or a more defensive way of keeping them protected?
They would be within the fort that they are building.
Okay.
That way they are in the center hub of the most protected part. They're not out and about in their own scattered housing.
And it would also be easier to them have accessing to. It would also be easier for them to repair any damage done to the fort on a quick notice if there were an attack.
Exactly.
So, after all the discourse of all this, voting on the option, Aberos votes yes. Elenia votes yes. Tiala hesitates for a moment before begrudgingly holds up their hand yes. I believe at that point we have a majority.
Boys, any of you have anything else to add or say otherwise?
Actually,
Oh,
wait,
I
hang on.
think
So,
you said it.
actually, wait, hang on. Sorry. Technically speaking, it's even. Though I presume the group collectively has one vote. Though I can presume
That's why
that
I'm asking
yeah.
what our group is voting.
Okay, yeah,
As
sorry.
someone who's lived in a communal space for most of my life, they'll get used to it.
I could not agree more.
Noxy
They
took
need
the
some
words out of
sort.
my mouth.
They need some sort of shelter in order to be able to keep warm and happy.
Gwynir also raises a hand to vote yes, as Balkion is just folding their arms, just kind of like eyes closed, seemingly somewhat annoyed, but obviously isn't really vocalizing it, but just slowly nods. I suppose I'm
So
outvoted
it's very
then.
visible that he's annoyed.
Yeah, he's like, I suppose I'm outvoted then.
Belgion, what is your suggestion?
I have nothing else
If
to
we are
say.
to
I
take
have been
this
outvoted.
route, if we are to take this route, I get it is not your first choice, but I have high expectation that you can make it better. What do you suggest?
I suppose said communal building could be repurposed as a storehouse once the other housing has been completed.
Ultimate compromise, then.
As well as possibly a barracks of some kind. We shall
Exactly.
negotiate that further. I'll talk with the workers. With Grenier. Yeah. He still seems like, again, he's not 100% on board with everything, but he is, he's willing to follow orders. He's willing to work along.
That's why I'm pretty much making it very clear that yes, his first decision has not been the one that we choose, but I fully expect him to be on board and make this decision the best possible one
Yeah, he
based on his
nods.
profession and security.
Mm-hmm. I shall do what must be done.
And we shall aid however we can.
Queen perks up. Hopefully that should be enough to at least, they won't be too annoyed at the proposition, but, I suppose we've been already living in tents for most of the journey so far, so...
I also ask that on return and speaking with the workers, you notify them to watch out for sickness over the next coming days.
I will... Valky perks up. I will also be in charge of, monitoring any patrol of the surrounding area, including any sort of unusual activity amongst the orc tribe, as well as amongst our own.
Pay close attention to the wind.
Indeed. I'm sure there is spare cloth to protect their mouths. I believe our meeting is adjourned. As Balkan perks up, look over to Iberos. Unless you have any other questions for us.
No?
I got nothing.
Suppose in that case I shall leave you folks to have a good night, get rested, get ready for what must be done, and may the gods May the gods look for you. Sorry, Carmen. Ugh. Also been a long day.
Being right, it's so bad.
May your favor
Like
be.
your Elvish is any different.
Fuck! May the gods look
One-
favorably upon you.
Does Farron actually say that?
Yeah, no, I
Wait.
say that.
What did you say, Farron? Sorry?
Like your Elvish is any better.
Fucking
Oh!
insta-turn. In a room full of elves.
Granted, he does have a point on that one, Cal.
We're
Yeah.
not all good at languages. Come on.
Well, if he prefers.
Yeah. At this point, Balkion just stands up and starts walking towards the door. Children. Opens the door and closes it behind him.
Was it in Orcish
Gal-
or in
Gal's
common?
Common.
Gal's gonna respond in Elvish. Well, if he prefers, I can talk like this all the time.
Stop laughing.
It
Yeah,
in deep
Abra,
speech.
like all
What?
of the remaining elves in the room are just looking at Gal like, what?
In deep speech. Why don't we all just use languages that that some of us don't understand?
I was gonna say in Infernal, I'm fucking fine with that. Oh wait, no, he didn't understand it. Never mind.
None of us understood what Dasher said.
No one
Joke's
understood what
on
I
you.
said.
I am prepared. I know everything.
You probably catch the. You hold up. Nope. You would not catch it because that takes 6 seconds, doesn't it?
I had it there the whole time.
Yeah.
You would catch the second half of. At the very minimum, you would catch the second half of what I said.
Fair enough. Either way, at this point, Abra is just. Well, nonetheless, I shall bid you folks adieu. Alright, come on. As he just gestures for the others, for Linnea and Tialda to stand up. Tiala and Linnea do seem a bit like... They still seem a bit tense, looking at the both of them. But nonetheless, they do walk next to each other as they head out the door.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely. 19. Back. Alenia seems like there is a level of like it seems unrelated to whatever conversation's going on right now, but they still seem like tense and like frustrated, for lack of a better
Does it
term.
seem like they're frustrated at each other?
To a certain degree, yes. And like Tiala is seemingly basically is looking at Alenia just kind of suspiciously, or like they seem like just trying to keep an eye on them, like look
I
basically.
was gonna walk
looking at
over.
them.
Don't fight. Don't squabble with your siblings. It never turns out well.
Tiala just keeps walking, as Alenia just kind of looks at you like, with a bit of just a like, not necessarily a sorrowful face, but like just a look of like recognition, like I know. Before just kind of continuing.
I was gonna pat her on the shoulder, like, she'll come around eventually. Just gotta hang in there. Now, let's go get Kumal to bed.
I hope you're right. Oh yes, good night. And
Everyone's heading to bed.
Have a nice evening, love.
Yeah, no, I would probably grab Kumal by the arm. Come on. We're taking you to
Gal's
bed.
just gonna straight up potato sack Kumal.
Oh. That works too, I guess.
and I suppose.
Alright, lad, let's go.
What was it? Was it Knox?
Typhoon, I will meet you upstairs shortly. I
Okay.
need to take a walk for a moment.
Okay. All right. And Typhoon just kind of knows. Oh, all right. Hey, Gal, you can operate the door, right?
Yes.
Thank you. She just starts making her way upstairs.
Come here.
Don't carry. Stop carrying me. Just pick her up.
Carrying 3 people.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as the rest of the party makes their way upstairs, what's Nox
After
doing?
B's done, there's something I want to do.
Okay, absolutely.
You can
So
go
you're
ahead.
carrying Kumal, Typhoon, and who else?
Nevena.
Fair enough.
So Gal's gonna...
Nevena is like Nevena's still like basically kind of softly like swaying back and forth with like the rhythm of the tail as they're still continuing to flap their wings.
Good job. Yes, important. Gal's gonna put each person in their respective rooms, and he's gonna go out and talk to the Dragonborn visitors.
Okay, yeah. It takes a little bit to find them, especially even with your dark vision, as it's getting closer and closer towards evening. You...
Dasher would have followed you to find the Dragonborn.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take too long before you find, basically in this little, like, lean-to shelter, probably about, like, a solid, like, 10 by 10, like, or a 10 square foot, like, small, like, wooden lean-to building, that they currently, like, just leaning against a tree, for support, with, like, some bushes and crown cover nearby. They have the carpet, like, mats, set out for sleeping inside and, like, meditation, along with a small cooking fire that looks like the smolders are slowly starting to go out. As both of them seem to be just kind of like sitting there. Actually, Nialheth is currently meditating in the lean-to, while Thurnash is just kind of like sitting there, kind of poking at the fire before seeing you guys perk up. Good evening.
Hello, love. Kumal wanted to talk to one of you.
Oh. Wait, did you carry Kumal out here?
No, I carried Kumal to his room. I put him in his room.
Okay. Oh.
He's in his room.
Also, we need to talk later because we found something.
At this, Nialheth opens one eye. What did you find?
A shard.
She opens both eyes immediately. As like Thurnash just like got like the fins kind of flare up and like eyes widen the same. Just as Nialheth quickly like stands up and slow makes their way over. Where is it?
It's already been joined with the rest of the orb. Oh.
May I see?
I believe B has it, right?
I do. Yeah.
B has it. We would have to go back to the Adventure Center.
I will follow.
It did some interesting things to a giant frog.
So, you're going with him, so I guess that means you're the one stuck with Kumal?
Thurnash kind of up. I mean, the fire is going out, so I can follow.
Seems kind of urgent. Alright then, let's go.
Yeah, as the rest of the party comes back. And I presume it doesn't take too long to find Nox again.
Nope, she's out right now.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, sorry, fair enough. As both Dasher and Gal head out, trying to find the two Dragonborn. What is Nox doing?
She's gonna make her way over back to where Plorp's hut is, by the river.
Okay.
But she's not going to approach Plorp yet.
Okay.
She's gonna unfurl the small trinket that she brought with her.
Okay.
And it's just a small little metal star. Like a pewter star.
Okay.
She's just gonna sit down next to the river for a second. And take the broken wire that's wrapped around it for what it used to be a necklace. And just kind of talk to it for a minute.
Okay.
Just kind of out at the river. Just, you always said to find your own way. And you know what? I thought traveling many roads and meeting all of these people, maybe building my own family the way you did was the way to go. That it could be done. But here I am playing house. With more questions than answers in every regard. And all for what? She pulls out the other moth pendant.
Mm-hmm.
And what, I can't turn to you? Here I am playing hypocrite with divination coins, and what are you, the other side, the other face of it? You never answered a question either. Only more questions. Hmm. Whatever game you're playing, dreams or not, some form of guidance would be useful instead of blindly wandering my way through it. However, I know I'm on my own. Always have been. And I just take the broken wire and coil it up fairly tight and walk towards Plorp.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way
Plop,
down into the mud hut.
plop, plop, plop.
There's a moment of just like quickly like making their way up to the entrance. Because you look at, there is actually now a door made of mud.
Yay!
Currently on the mud hut.
Yay.
You're not sure how it works, because like how the fuck did they make mud hinges? But like there's a slow minute before it just and they open the door. Hello? Oh, hi.
Architectural engineers would like to know your location.
I'd like to imagine it just drops out into the ground.
No, it turns like a regular door.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Like it opens.
Plop, I might need your help saving a creature in the morning.
I'll do everything I can.
There's
I'll
an
get the
Onak.
scalpel. As he just makes
No.
his way back downstairs.
Stop.
Does surgery not need to be done?
Not yet.
Okay, that's actually really good to hear.
There's an Onak that's been infected with a blight.
Oh, that's really
Seems
not good.
like a sort of fungal infection that's come over the past night. It's attacked others.
Oh dear. Oh dear, dear,
Do you know anything about it?
That's actually a good question.
I'm curious if this is the same thing that's attacking the New Dawn tree.
Ah. Well, I don't know what kind of sickness, the tree has, but... Okay, that's pretty good. Looking what's it. It might be... I'm trying to remember what it's... I don't remember what it's called offhand, or if there's even a common name for it. But, that is very much a very explosive mushroom. Or at least, its sporelings is. Or are. They like to make a bunch of them, to defend basically the big mushroom. And, the little ones explode.
Is there
which
anything
ends up...
effective for managing it or preventing its spread that you're aware of?
As much as I hate to say it, fire is surprisingly useful at, either, destroying the spores in the air, or other such things. Though, that and also, the host mushroom, the spawner mushroom, it also is really good at, it's really good at recycling. So, that also includes, the blown up, little sporelings, if they're not also taken care of. Unless they're burned.
Understood. Is there anything that you could think of that might help protect the host creature that's been infected?
Unfortunately, using controlled fire in this scenario would be not impossible, but difficult by the sounds of it. Outside of that, actually, let me also look up, double check things as well on the end of for this creature. actually. What the hell? Sorry, anyway, um, I would be careful about attacking it using certain weapons, because that could also just slice open the sporelings or the mushroom and then just cover you in spores as well.
What weapons would be advised against?
For the big mushroom, I'd advise not trying to cut or stab into it. Basically slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Slashing or piercing, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah, basically for the most part. It also is, I think it's either resistant or immune to sort of necrotic kind of blight energies.
Understand.
Outside of that, never really dealt much cases of it myself, other than, maybe fish occasionally eating some of the spores.
What tends to happen to them if they ingest it?
Typically it passes through passes through the stomach pretty fine. Haven't really heard of any the fish getting super sick from it.
This is good
Though
to
I
know.
don't though I don't know what happens if it gets into your blood though.
Also good to know. Thank you, Plo.
No problem.
That's already more information than I had before.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're able to get some good sleep this evening. And I'm gonna head
Don't
back towards the camp.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't worry, Lily Pad's been a really great pillow. Let's just close the door again.
Fuck yeah! Now my quest is to ask Katja the same questions. The end.
Okay. Also, for the sake of this, roll a perception check to see if you can actually find Katya.
Fuck yeah, I know how hard she is to find, so I'm giving myself some guidance. I know she's a hard lady to find.
Oh boy.
16.
Okay. You're looking around. You're looking around the river. You're looking around the Spellwood Grove. You're looking around the Adventure Center. No signs of any cats.
Understood.
Or
At
if
least
she
I
is
tried.
here, she's been really good at hiding.
On the way back up to my room, I slipped the the wrapped up wire under Dasher's door.
Okay.
Our break time is over.
Was there one more thing? Oh right, yeah. Going back to the the Adventure Center now, as Nox makes their way back. We'll just say for the sake of brevity, I presume you show the Dragonborn the orb.
It's fused to? Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She takes a look at it and just kind of takes note. It is stable, though it is more dangerous now. Just kind of gesturing at like the large point that is now coming out of the side of this orb. I would
Preferably
even-
not poking it.
Indeed. And you said this came from a frog?
Corrupted toad that had turned draconic in nature.
Asher goes to get a piece of the frog frog dragon leather that he made.
Okay, yeah.
Made leather out of some of its skin. We have fresh skin. I think Baron has that.
She just still takes a
I
look at
have
it.
4.
Interesting. I didn't. There have not been many cases of. At least we have not seen many of creatures ingesting or stabbing shards into their body. So there is not much information that we have on this, but this is still greatly appreciated. All that you can give.
Well, we now know that shard pieces can corrupt creatures.
Dark magic is a powerful thing, and even cursed items, when used properly, can do horrid things.
We also know that it was vulnerable to radiant magics.
Hmm. But
I
yeah,
was
dark-
able to I was able to breathe on it multiple times with radiant breath. And then I also found out I could do this. As his hands start to glow with a radiant light,
Thurnesh kind of perks up at that one. Oh, you are learning quickly, and I haven't even given you a proper lesson yet. That is very good. I guess my job will be easier than I thought. As Neoleth does give a bit of a small smile, but still just kind of a bit of a stern look. Still, all of this information is good to know. And I do thank you. And I am happy, and we are lucky, that that creature is now at rest. And the orb is more complete than before. But hopefully we will eventually complete and be able to cure him. Have you had any more visions of the circus? I believe it was.
have I? From my understanding, it was basically fading.
It
Like
was
the
fading,
things were getting
yes.
short. Everything was getting shorter, and the performances were getting shorter and shorter. The audience is now unrecognizable.
They are revealing their true faces. That is good. You are beginning to see
Uh,
through their mask.
When I looked at myself, were there any changes?
In the you in the arena, like murdering people?
Yes.
So specific.
Roll a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Can I give him guidance?
Guidance doesn't work on
Uh,
saves.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no.
It's
Yeah,
a
that
save,
also
sorry.
you probably you wouldn't know to do it.
14.
Something seems off about it. You can't put your finger on it. Like something seems different. Like it's almost that feeling of like you know that something's different. Like something minor
Right.
changed, but you can't really point your finger on it.
God, I hate
I'm
that.
I'm not exactly sure, but when I was looking at the me in the dream, something's changed.
Well, I hope that things continue to reveal themselves, and you may fight them as they truly are. If you ever need any guidance or meditation, you know where to find me.
Asher fidgets a tiny bit.
Something on your mind?
I think I might be. Actually, I need to do a medicine check really fast.
Absolutely.
I'm so antsy.
I would argue this is with advantage because this is Dasher.
I mean, I was gonna say like, what are you rolling for? I suppose I should also
I'm
ask.
rolling to see whether or not he knows about how much of an adrenaline junkie he was.
Ah. Yeah, I would say just for the sake of this, you definitely recognized, like now looking back on it, especially with being very self-reflective in your dreams and meditation, you remember how you felt, that rush, that you felt, especially in the dream, the one
I think I
time.
might be going through adrenaline withdrawals.
The thrill of a fight.
I was a huge adrenaline junkie. And I know that I need to stop.
Well, I suppose you are
Meditation,
Oh, sorry.
meditation and breathing usually helps. When we were fighting that frog, it was the first bit of adrenaline I had in a while.
Well, I suppose in some ways you are much like our draconic kin than you seem to give yourself credit for. Though, as much as pride and valor are virtuous in many ways, humility and control will do good to tune that pride and that skill and thrill of fighting to a point where it can be administered where it must.
Not so much fighting as it is the danger. When I was in the circus, I was a bit of a thrill seeker. Back in the Empire, not the Circus of Many Faces.
Understood. Well, as sorry.
At least from what I've been told. Although, at this point, there's not much I can rely on. A lot of my memories of that time are foggy now.
Well, being able to live and to not show fear or feel it well within the thrill of danger and combat is a positive thing in many ways, and is quite an aspect of the topaz. So I suppose there is at least that positive influence on you. Though again, be sure to not be arrogant or a fool or
Oh, please, I
strive
was
to
full.
danger for your downfall.
I was careless back then.
And you learned. And you know better now. You are not who you used to be. You are not what other people make you to be. You are you. The only person that can truly
Dasher's-
change you is yourself.
Dasher smiles at that. Thank you.
Anytime. So, is there anything else, any other questions or
still
anything
had
else
the
the party wish to
thing.
do? Oh, yes, my apologies. Yeah, we're running a little bit over, but it's fine. If anyone needs to leave, at this point, for stuff, that's fine, but.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was much needed.
No, you're good, you're good.
You're
I
fine.
needed that scene.
Yeah.
You're fine. Yeah, I was gonna open the door for whichever one of them decides to enter. It's like, come on, your visitor's here.
Oh, right, yeah, so yeah, Thurnesh, the gold dragonborn, would be the one to walk in. Because, Nyaleth would have been busy with, Dasher.
He's gonna close the door behind her, gonna wait 15 seconds, and he's gonna say the activation word.
You ass!
So...
You ever fall asleep drunk? I ain't waking up for shit.
He's
So
gonna fucking walk to the end of the hall and then just like lean against the wall and wait.
so let
Things
me roll
happening.
something.
Which end of the hall? Are you talking about
The
the stairs?
one towards the exit.
Closest
Yeah,
exit.
towards the center.
Yeah, like right in front of his door.
So hang on. Let me
What's about to happen?
yeah. Nox, what's your passive?
What's about to happen?
I've been waiting for this for 3 weeks. Wait, no, for longer. I think it's been a month.
FYI, John, I was planning on dreaming, but then this might happen.
Yeah, we'll get to things. We'll get to things.
Yeah, please move.
Yeah, I'm trying to move people. There we go. And it's like, God.
And then also B.
Also, B, you good? You alive?
Wrong room.
Oh
There
no,
we
Nox
go.
is dead!
I'm right here.
Oh, there we go.
Passive is 16. Do I notice?
So as you're going to lay down to go to sleep for the night. Also, Dasher, are you in Nox's room? Sorry.
I thought that conversation was happening in Nox's room because of
No,
what was
that was
going
like
on.
that was in
Okay.
like the main like dining room.
Oh.
Basically before like
Okay.
like Nox showed the thing and then presumably then went to bed.
Yeah, no. Dasher is in his room then,
Okay.
probably in front of the offering bowl, trying to
Mhm.
meditate.
Yeah. So Nox, as you're trying to go to sleep tonight, it's very faint, but it's noticeable. Of whatever is being done, it is very loud. Coming through the wall of Kumal's room, and immediately Typhoon is just like also hears it and immediately like crawls to the other side. Just nope, 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 nope.
I immediately
Nope.
put my head out the door. Do I see Gal in the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Gal, what the fuck did you do?
And as that happens, the door slowly opens. As as Thurnesh walks back out, her fins are look like a fucking satellite dish right now.
Something happened, love.
Yeah.
Gal, what the fuck did you do?
I didn't do anything!
And
Do I
Thurnesh
Let me
just
guess.
slow.
Thurnesh, did Gal do something?
I heard
Huh?
unsavory voices.
Question, how did you get here?
Can I roll
Dasher
perception?
Dasher opens his door from being ajar.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Question,
Uh,
Thurnesh, how did you get here?
I was
I'm rolling perception.
I'll say fair with your passive, you wouldn't hear it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
There you go.
Alright.
Yeah, you sleep soundly. Oblivious to
Dasher's-
the horrors of the way outside.
Dasher's door was ajar, so he would have heard
Hold
people
on.
screaming.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, people keep piping in. Thurnash like turns to, I was brought here. I followed Dasher and Gal here.
Gal, yep, Gal, what the fuck did you do?
I didn't do anything! It wasn't
I
me!
assume that Kumal is still asleep, Thurnesh, is that correct?
Surprisingly,
Yep, Gal pranked you. I'm going to bed.
Ah, fuck, he's asleep! God damn it!
I do not know if you are trying to set me up, is the word, but I do not know this man.
No,
Uh,
I was just trying to prank
Also,
him.
on behalf of the party, I'm sorry this happened to you. Gal, I'm gonna punch you in the morning.
Feel free, I don't mind.
I'm just going to go to bed. Farewell.
Uh,
She just
I'm
like
sorry.
walks past Gal and just goes back down the stairs.
Now,
Dasher
question
opens his door. All right, what did you do?
Alright. Well, you see, a few weeks back, I asked Talia to hide a little thing somewhere in Kumal's room.
Also, Dasher, at this point, you still hear moaning noises. Like it's still going.
I'm assuming the door was left open.
Indeed, it was.
Dasher pokes his head in.
You pointed in. Kumal, I presume, is like face down, out cold in his bed.
You just hear muffled books.
Yeah. And as I'll say, do you want to roll a perception check to try to find where the fuck the noise is coming from?
Sure. I also want to see if Nevena is harmed at all.
Confused as shit.
Nevena, like. The only way I can describe it is that Nevena seems
Natural
confused,
20.
but also, oh my god.
Fuck!
Of course, this was actually particularly unfortunate. For Nevena. Nevena is currently like sleeping on the other side of the room in the bookshelf, like next to the bookshelf on like on the carpet, and you very quickly realize why as you're looking around. Like, wait a minute, you turn to the bird cage, and like you start sifting through some of the straw. There's a bit of bird poop in there, but it's whatever. As you like kind of like basically just kind of poking with something to clean through. Under all of the straw and like stuff at the bottom, you see a crystalline orb that is currently very loudly making these not safe for work noises that it will not repeat on stream.
How do I deactivate it?
I don't fucking know.
I'm glad I'm not able to hear it.
I presume Gal is still in the same place he was before.
Dasher picks it. No, I am taking it. Dasher picks it up. He's going to go into his room. He's going to put it in the fridge. Hopefully that will the fridge that is in his work desk.
Come on, mate.
Hopefully that will mumble it.
Also, Gal's gonna take the dodge action.
It's less of a fridge,
You haven't heard
more
or
just
seen
kind of
anything.
like a
You know something's coming.
No, you don't.
yeah, it's less of a fridge and more just like a somewhat cooled box. Like
he will get. You know what? He will meditate with off of his rock tonight. He gets the pillow.
You should have just left it in there.
And he's going to put it in. And hopefully that'll mumble it until later.
It's still very loud, but like you can hear it's slightly quieter.
Dasher is going to close his door, lock it.
Now you're
said,
ruining my fun.
You said Gal is taking the dodge action.
Nope, he doesn't know anything's coming. You're not allowed to do that.
He's dealt with enough people, he can assume.
Nope, you don't know anything.
Yes, he's taking the
That is
dodge
metagaming, my dude.
I mean, if Gal sees Dasher walking down the hallway towards them, Gal can react as he sees fit.
His hands are glowing
No, he's just talking about in general, not specifically from Nox.
His hands are glowing purple.
Misses.
Does Gal start running?
No.
Okay.
I'ma hit him back.
Dasher?
Won't play that game.
Dasher? Nox hollers
Do I
out from her
hear
door.
this?
Dasher?
Yeah, I know. So he basically just attempts to backhand you.
Dasher? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I'm just angry.
Get down.
Dasher ducks.
That does not beat my AC.
Reload.
So as Gal, as you just like quickly duck, as the crossbow bolt goes between your horns and actually pins your hat to the wall.
Oh, fuck!
As Nox is reloading another bolt, what do you do? I'll say this is probably the last thing for.
Armor of Agathis.
Okay. I'll just say this: fight or flight.
No, fight. Gal's not flight.
Okay. In that case, as you just proc Armor of Agathis and like start getting ready to do whatever must be done, that's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Awesome. We're doing PvP
Fine
next
now.
session.
Why? Okay.
Yeah, and dream sequence and a dream sequence.
Why does this keep happening? Why is this
Because
a thing
I
that keeps
enjoy having
recurring?
Gal
Fine.
keeps instigating.
Yes.
Hey, the first time it wasn't my fault. It
Yes, it was.
was your
You
fault.
did it.
Nonetheless,
Friends. It was mostly
I
Baron's
suppose.
fault.
Yeah. After the stream, we'll probably end up. We're probably gonna be moving over to the general chat because people are probably gonna want to talk about this. Nonetheless,
I have a very important question I need to ask. Gal, were you injured
Yeah.
in the battle?
No, actually.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All the
Cool.
damage was me.
That's what I thought. Just checking.
Oh, wait, so that replaces my 2 temporary hit points to 10 temporary hit points.
nice. But yeah.
Oh,
Nonetheless,
those are gonna go away when I next session because I'm going to back the fuck off and breathe.
God.
Ha ha.
Nonetheless, for those who are interested in joining this conversation and/or community and/or whatever the fuck is happening here, there is a link to the Discord in the About section of my Twitch channel below, as well as also a link to the YouTube channel, of which the VODs, as well as also some highlights, I was starting to recently work on by my good friend and editor Gab, and some of those are probably going to be uploaded in the coming days. Other than that, the next stream, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be Friday. If not, that'll be end up being Saturday. Whatever it ends up not being will be a variety stream day. Whether or not that will be Planet Zoo or another thing of Persona 4 Golden, we'll have to see. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure out about it then. But nonetheless, I suppose we'll end up having to see you guys next time. And we'll have to find someone who we will raid.
Who do I have
Let
in my
me
list?
check to see if Mario Sack is streaming.
Oh, actually, Tay is currently streaming right now.
Hey,
There's
Tay!
yeah, we could follow. We could go raid them. I think they're doing a horror VR chat thing right now. Last I checked in. So that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, they're doing a charity stream.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, they're currently doing a charity stream for St. Jude's Hospital, I believe it is. So yeah,
sick.
yeah. If nothing else, go check them out. They're awesome. Go give them support. And if nothing else, even if you're not willing, even if you're not able to give money, just go share the link. I know they have the information on there and stuff like that. It's all I think also
Share the
advertise it in the
love.
grotto. But yes, go, go, friend, do friend things, be friend.
Don't do what I did.
Yes, don't be a
free and
stranger.
Frolic.
Okay. Wait, what did you do, Mono?
What?
You said don't
I
do what
didn't-
you did. What did you do?
No, I'm talking about in game.
Oh yes, don't do that.
Okay,
Do
Mono.
anything Nox would do.
Don't be.
Or not
Don't
Nox,
be me.
fucking gal.
Okay. But yeah, I suppose we'll have to see you guys.
Damn, I'm gonna have
next
to fix
time,
that
then.
fucking hat now.
Oh, no, the hat is-
Out of curiosity.
And oh, hang on.
Okay, making sure.